Alrighty, what is up everybody? I am back with another day of Spyro gaming, and I hope you guys are excited for an intense day of runs today. I feel good about today, and if you're feeling good about today as well, not just, you know, in my stream, but just in your life, you know, type a letter G in the comments down below. But yeah, today is November 13th, 2024. First of all, let's get into a level and get some music going. Yeah, today I took care of a lot of nice, you know, like real life, you know, adult housekeeping type stuff. Was messing around with some bank accounts and, you know, I checked all my mail today. I had a big stack of mail, and thank God I did, because there were some important like letters I had to send out and things. So yeah, Kale Kuma, thank you for the 16 months, sweet 16. Really appreciate that. 16 years from Kale Kuma. So yeah, I'm just trimming my thumbnail right now while people get in here. Welcome everybody. I hope you're all having a beautiful day today. I'm having a great day today. I got out on my skateboard and sent out some of that mail I was talking about. And it's a beautiful, nice, chilly, kind of semi-sunny, semi-overcast day. Beautiful autumn day today. All the trees are starting to lose their leaves. Yeah, productive morning so far, exactly. So I feel good. I feel decently well rested. I'm trying to optimize my sleep a little bit better. Because I'm really bad about, I'm sure you guys relate to this, I'm really bad about staying up, like, not just staying up late, but like, you know, don't bring my phone to bed. You know, I'm always watching my phone in bed. I kind of was scrolling through Instagram for no reason last night in bed. I was like, I need to not have my phone in bed, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, you know, having a nice wind down routine and not eating too much before bed, stuff like that is, I'm kind of like trying to do a little bit of that just so I'm as well rested as possible for runs now that I'm starting to really dig into the grind a bit, get more intense with it. And so yeah, I feel good today. I'm just, like I said, trimming my thumbnail, and thank you to Hurorama Masa Mama for 5 months. It says, Deo has saved me from boredom. Good luck on the runs. Thank you, thank you. And I will grab the controller, see how it's feeling right here. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's get it, shall we? Let's run around this fucking level a bit. Regular poop schedule, yeah, you know. You're having indigestion and diarrhea and stuff. Dude, like 2 nights ago, I made like the ultimate like colon bomb of a midnight snack. I felt so bad because like I was doing so well, and then I made like the spiciest fucking like instant ramen that you can. I added all the sriracha, spicy chili, garlic oil shit, you know. Oh my god. So yeah, my stomach was not feeling great. That was 2 nights ago though, so I feel better tonight, but I think my stomach is still kind of recovering a little bit. Thorn Trap, thank you for the Prime, appreciate that. But yeah, at this point it's like, dude, I can't eat ramen as like a late night snack. It's just not, because I always make it spicy, like, and even if I don't make it spicy, the noodles just like, I don't know, they're like so food adjacent, you know, like, you know, instant ramen noodles, that it's like, I don't know if I can like, they're good, you know, I love a spicy homemade ramen, but instant ramen, but just not, I can't do it before bed. I have to already be like drunk or something, you know, to justify it and like not give a fuck. But yeah, speaking of which, since world record, yeah, as you guys know, I fucking turned up, you know, a few days back after getting world record. By the way, welcome everybody. Just giving a little, you know, just giving little life updates. I turned up pretty hard, and you know, since then I've been not really drinking that much. I've had like a beer a night, you know, nothing too insane. So pretty happy with the amount of alcohol consumption reduction I've done there. I haven't gone like fully cold turkey or anything. That would be like the smartest thing, but whatever. I'm not perfect. Too lazy for homemade. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like actual homemade ramen. I'm talking about the instant shit. What's up, Alex? Yeah, it's food adjacent, you know, it really is. It's like, it's almost food. It's like basically, I don't know. It's a food product, we'll say. It's edible, I'll put it that way. I consider stuff like candy like food adjacent, you know? It's like, yes, it's edible, but it's like your body like does not process it well. At least as an for me, as an adult. Anything that makes your body go like, what the fuck did you just put in me? Like, sure, that tasted delicious, but what the fuck was that? I consider that like food adjacent. It's like candy, instant ramen, a lot of junk food. That doesn't mean I don't eat any of that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like you have to like be aware of like what's real food and what's not, you know? Frozen food is like that. I used to really put down frozen food a lot more, or like eat frozen food a lot more, but I remember back when I was living in Missouri, I got like a bunch of like freezer taquitos, and man, like I remember eating those for dinner one night, and like again, these things are all good as like, you know, as like a quick, like as a tiny snack, you know, in between real meals of like whole foods like meats and vegetables and stuff. But I remember this, I had tried having a dinner of just like, you know, frozen beef taquitos. And dude, I just felt so weird after. I just felt weird, you know? Like, I could just tell my body was like, wait a minute. Like, this is food, but like, is this food? You just don't feel the same as like when you eat like actual like, you know, cooked, you know, home cooked like right there meat or vegetables or fruit or whatever. Whole foods, I guess you'd say. And unfortunately, I think a lot of us just get so used to consuming, you know, processed stuff like that our bodies just adjust, and we don't know what it feels like, you know, to be adjusted to whole foods, you know. But luckily, even though I'm a total fat ass, I think I am pretty well adjusted to like real nutrition. So yeah, over consuming like processed things, food adjacent things, will really get to me. Now, especially now that I'm gonna be 30, you know, next year. I guess I'm 29 now. Anyways, welcome everybody. Thorntrap, thank you for the prime. Let's head over to another level here. Thank you, Thorntrap. Also, big shout outs to, hold on, let me head over to a level here. What level should I go to? Guys, give me a level to go to while I thank this person. While I was offline last night, Lita Maria Ahitantenen purchased a bunch of merch and said, nice world record. So thank you so much, Lita Maria, for that. If you're watching, love you, Lita. Let's go. What are you guys saying? Blowhard? Let's do Blowhard. I like Blowhard. I like Jock. Let's go Blowhard. Good idea. I'm 29, my hair's not doing me good. Dude, my hair's looked like this ever since I was like 18. My hair is, I've had like this crazy widow's peak for like my whole life, and then this bald spot, look at this bald spot. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just wonderful? That bald spot? What do you guys think about that? Is that sexy? Does that shit turn you on? I've had that bald spot since I was like early 20s. Obviously, it's not as big. It wasn't as big then as it is now, but yeah, my hair's always looked like this. I was talking about it yesterday. I was like, you know, I will be the first to acknowledge that my hair is super goofy and that I would look a lot more conventionally attractive if I just shaved my head. I'll be the first to admit that, but I don't want to. I just like having my hair be all wacky and crazy. It's sort of like a reflection of my wacky, crazy, you know, unconventional gamer lifestyle, I guess. Same thing with growing my beard out, you know, like when I grow my beard out, it just doesn't look as good as when I keep it like trimmed like how it looks now. But I love just having a big, unruly, you know, homelessy looking hairdo. It's just, I don't know. It's like weirdly empowering for me. I can't explain it. Even though I know it looks really goofy. So yeah. Yeah, it's like a crazy scientist look, exactly. And yeah, it just, I guess it just makes me feel like more like unique, you know, more individual, more different. Like this guy doesn't care about like, you know, like looking good to some random person on the street, you know. He's just fucking, he's just him type of thing. What's up, Beard? Welcome, welcome. Beard, I'm assuming, do you have a beard? I'm the Beard? I would assume so, right? I've never like seen your face, so I don't know. Clifftown. We'll go to Clifftown. Why not? Clifftown's a good warm-up level. Yeah, definitely. Fall on. It looks like, especially with the hairdo, it looks like I'm older than. I've always looked older than I am. Even again, when I was like 14, 15, I had like the beginnings of this beard, you know. So I definitely always looked like 5, 10 years older than I am. Peek your profile, what, on Twitch? Alright, let me look. Oh, wow. I see the pic. If you click on his username, you can see the profile picture. That's a fucking awesome profile picture. With the fucking, like the Oogie Boogie fucking hat. It's a great beard. You look like a World of Warcraft, like, gnome or something. Anyways. Let's change the skin here. We'll go dark red today. Go ghost on the flame. And red on the sparks. Your back says oops, your back says 97. You're not supposed to charge glide there, that was on me. That's why we warm up. Thanks for watching that, Tommy Two-Tone. Yeah, to anyone who hasn't seen it yet, I'm still shilling it. I worked really hard on a commentary for my recent world record in this category, so please check out my latest video on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen it, or bring it up in a tab for later or something. It's really good. Really good. I mean, I'm not trying to say, oh, my commentary. Hey, I'll say it, you know, my commentary is pretty good. I don't know. Pretty entertaining. If you like speedruns and commentary, it's about as good as it gets. Now look, I'm not tomato anus or anything, but I got my own thing going. What's up, Bottles? What's up, Pablo? Yeah, I think anybody who has like a pretty strong beard is always gonna have that like element of, oh, you look older than you really are, for like their whole life, basically. Yeah, the I'm naked, yeah. I'm not tomato. To those of you who don't know, Tomato Anus is a speedrun commentator on YouTube. I'm sure many of you do know of him, but yeah, if you're not familiar with his name, with his username, that's probably pretty jarring to hear. Jaska, thank you for the Prime. Says good luck on the runs today. Hey, shut up. Good luck on the runs today, says Jaska. Thank you for 18 months. And No Dream with the gift. Thank you for the gift, No Dream. Love seeing the gifters in the chat. It really gets me hyped up. What's up, Ricky? How you doing? Hope you had a good stream today. I know you were really excited about the YouTube multi-streaming. It seems like you were pretty happy about that. Does Tomato Anus shit catch up? I don't know. Ricky, do you ever talk to Tomato Anus? You guys homies? I actually went to a GDQ that Tomato Anus was at, but I never actually like chatted to him, hung out with him. 6 hours and you still have a ton of energy. Yeah, I know. Some days are just like that, right? Especially when it comes to like playing games, it's like you'd think after like 6 hours you'd be tired of like gaming. You need to like get up and like do something else. But yeah, some days you can just go and go and go. It's like kind of have to stop yourself at a certain point. It's like, all right, hold on. Yeah, Tomato Anus is cool. We were talking about him because I just put out a commentary for my world record, which if you guys haven't seen, go check it out. He doesn't like you that much? I wouldn't overthink it. Dun, dun. What's up, Otis? You guys are getting the juicy Ricky. You guys are getting the juicy speedrun creator drama here in the chat today. This is a TMZ gaming stream. Yeah, good job on your latest video, Ricky. I'm sure you've been getting a lot of hype for that, but yeah, pretty cool. It's just, to me, it's just, it's so amazing that you've really committed to the whole series, you know? It's, like, it's been like a, what, like over a year-long undertaking now, so. That's just, that's really admirable. I don't think anybody else has really, like, put that much, time, or, like, creative, like, energy into just, like, a single game's, like, world record history. Like, any other creator would have just been like, all right, here's like the world record progression, you know, one video. Maybe it'll be like an hour-long video, but Ricky's like, no. Here's the whole history of like everything related and adjacent to speedrunning this game across like 8 videos, you know, like all highly like produced. It's just really, it's pretty inspiring to see such a level of dedication to the storytelling. This level always trolls me. Yeah, it's just because of this strat right here. Just this. I wouldn't say this level always trolls me, but yeah, it's one of the more trolly levels now that I do this alternative route. Yeah, there's one more left. Nice. Super sick. Why did I mod Spyro this way? It's so that way I can respawn the level and see now all the gems are back. If I was playing on the vanilla game right now, then I would have to like quit the game and like load a memory card to do that. And in fact, I had to do that for many years. I'm gonna go to a different level right now, actually, and show. I want to just explain something to you guys, just because most of you guys may not appreciate like how useful these practice codes are. I'm gonna head over to Nasty Nork, and there's a trick, as many of you know, there's a trick at the end of Nasty Nork where we, you know, bounce off them and do the glide and skip the credits with a death abuse, right? Now on these practice codes, all I have to do is press this button combo and I'm there. It's just that easy, you know? I don't have to play the whole game up to this point. I don't have to load a memory card. I'm just here. But, so I'm gonna like do credit skip real quick, and then I just want to show you what it would be like if I was on a vanilla console, like vanilla game. Okay, so I practice credit skip, and let's say I fuck it up. Oh fuck, I missed it. Shit. Okay, can't press a button combo, I gotta do all of this now. Just to try it one more time. Start the timer. Add a couple seconds to it even. This is all, that was one attempt, one failed attempt we'll say I just did. Now here's my second attempt incoming. This is how I had to learn this trick, by the way. Because I refused to go on emulator because there's like input delay and stuff, and it just felt weird. It didn't feel like a good way to practice for me. So this is how I learned this trick back in like 2015 or whatever. And this was actually a big reason why I didn't learn this trick when it was first found, because it's like, I didn't want to go on an emulator and figure that whole setup out and then readjust to console. I'm still just setting up my second attempt right now, by the way. And now I'm here again, and now after 50 seconds, basically, now I can try the trick again. And that's how every old player had to learn this trick if they didn't use emulator. Like me. That's how I learned this trick. Basically a minute between every attempt of just running through the level and running through. I must have ran through this one level more times than any other level combined in this game, honestly. Just that whole like sequence you saw there of me just running through. I've done that maybe thousands, tens of thousands of times. It's crazy. So yeah, these practice, that's why I'm playing the hacked version here. So I could just fucking press some buttons and there you go, you know? It's that easy. So I just wanted to like fully show that because like maybe it might not seem like much just like in one go like that, but to do that and then you know, be able to just fucking reload the level and then just get right here, it's really maybe I'm making too big of a deal of it. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, just play on emulator, you know? Emulators have save states, you can do that on emulator. It's like, sure. But like, to burn it to console, like on a disc, and play it like with the same input delay, same lag, with some cute colors, you know? It's like, this is like some shit that I would have never thought would ever be like a thing in this game. Back when I first learned this trick. So yeah, that's why these practice codes are a really big fucking deal. Not just for this trick, but for like any other level where you're practicing a section that has gem collection. It's like, that same like sort of concept applies about like, you know, exit the game, you know, on a vanilla console, exit the game, load the memory card, run back to that area, fuck it up again, quit the game, load the memory card, go back, fuck it up again, and it's just over and over until you, and that's how I learned like every strat in this game, guys. But now you don't have to do that. Yeah, I need to update my, I need to burn another, I've probably gone through like 10 burnt discs, just like updating the practice codes, because Composer and Kara are really on it with the updates. Anyways, I might hop into runs soon. I don't know, I'll do a little metalhead, do a little bit of out of bounds, I'll hit a bump or two in Lofty, and then we'll do some runs, I feel like. Hey, welcome, Latromi. Thanks for checking out the stream. That's not gonna work. The platforms don't move. Yeah, when I do that, because there's like a trigger that makes the platforms move, that when I load that like quick save there, they don't move. It's cool. It's when you flame nasty the first time on that platform before the lava room, and then you cross like a load zone, then the platforms start moving. So since like the quick load bypasses that, they don't move. Yeah, exactly. You know, to upgrade to the next version of the practice codes, I have to fully burn a new disc of it. Which, I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world, you know, it's just, I only have a finite amount of discs, right? I'm just lazy, you know. Found my channel, 2 years ago, by the way, I just read that. Thanks for watching me all this time, Latromi. What's up, Charlie? DZJL. Yeah, metal. Dude, I'm glad people like have a little chuckle at that, JL. It's said Metalged in my splits ever since I've been speedrunning this category. It said that like way back in like 2014 or whatever, and I just never changed it. Now it's like a little time capsule of a split. There are practice codes for Spyro 2 and 3, but not a practice ROM that you can burn to a disc like this. So the practice codes you would like use with like a free McBoot memory card and like a USB or another way of booting. It's kind of different. If you wanted to use practice codes on console for Spyro 2 and 3, you'd have to use like the memory card USB thing or something similar to that. So yeah, there are codes, but not a practice ROM like this. It's like a full game, just like a fucked up version of the game, I guess. Denfend Ashleen. Denfend. Yeah, it's nice to have little that to me that's like the best way to write out splits, because what a lot of speedrunners will do is they'll make like meme splits where they're just like, okay, you know, like redeem channel points in my chat and I'll change the split name to whatever you want, which is like, that's cute, but then what ends up happening is all the splits just say subscribe to Amaranth or just something like really dumb, you know. It's just like, or just like a bunch of letters like pounded on the keyboard, which is like funny like for a second, but then it's like, what the fuck level are we on, you know? Like, what is the split if you're like not like familiar with the game, you know? So I actually think this is like me like being like way too much of a comedy stickler here, but I think it's actually way funnier if your splits like look like correct, but then there's like one or two like little spelling mistakes throughout. Like, to me that's just like way more of a hoot, like the little Easter egg like misspellings. Those are just like way funnier to me. Yeah, Ricky, and you know, that's just the funny thing with like everybody's like stream, especially like their speedrun stream, is like it's like, how serious is like the way we're presenting this, you know? And the moment we say we're bitches, right? Because if we go like we don't, like, I don't want anything covering up the gameplay, and when I get a PB, I want to make sure I have a gameplay only VOD, and you know, I don't want like alerts or chat or anything covering up the game, and you know, I don't want to make a crazy layout that like has like a, you know, a bunch of fucking shit everywhere, that like squeezes the game down to a little corner of the screen or whatever, or to like a little section of the screen. Like, I want this game to be the focus. Like, we're thinking of it like in very serious terms like that, but you know, on the other side of that, like, there are so many like speedrunners, and it's okay, by the way, I'm not like saying this as a criticism. There's so many speedrunners that are like, dude, this isn't that serious. It's not that serious, bro. You know, like, make a funny, pretty like layout with like fucking shit exploding everywhere and sound alerts and shit going off. So it's just a really funny, like, it's like different spectrums of expression, you know. I love having like a serious gamer layout where like everything that's on my layout has like a very specific purpose to like serve the gameplay, you know. I got the input display, I got the splits with multiple comparisons, I got the world record, I got the chat so that way you can see it on multiple platforms, you know. But at the end of the day, it's all about the game, you know. But in live streaming, it's like, really, is it that what it's all about in speedrunning and live streaming? Like, you know, there's a lot of people that like would push against that and be like, it's not all about the game being like pristine and perfect and shit. You know, it really, and in fact, there's something to be said about shit being like, you know, saturating all the colors and, you know, making it like black and white for Halloween and stuff like that. You know, so it's just a funny like personality expression, how people treat like the seriousness of their stream layout or their whatever, their game layout. But for me, I love being like try hard about it, you know. Since I am like a try hard in this game, I love having like a try hard layout where it's like, okay, I have the gameplay only. Dude, I'm like one of the only speedrunners out there that, and Ricky would appreciate this, I'm one of the only speedrunners out there that has 3 YouTube channels just so I could post the gameplay only, the run VOD, you know, in addition to the VOD that gets streamed, the actual like, you know, the VOD as a standalone video, and the commentary. Like, how many speedrunners do that? Like, I take this shit way too seriously, you know? Like, I gotta take a step back and like laugh at how like over the top, you know, like the level of seriousness is. But I think there's something admirable about it, you know, at the same time. And I think I get plenty of time, I have plenty of room to be silly as well and like not take myself seriously despite having like a very serious layout with stuff. So yeah, that's like, to me, I feel like my expression comes through on the mic and the webcam and stuff. Like I don't need to have like, in fact, I don't want to have like alerts that interrupt me like all the time, and you know, little channel point rewards. I find those things like annoying, you know. They're funny once or twice, but like, no, like, it's like I'm very particular about like, again, it's like I'm very particular about like, I think we're all just very particular about how we express ourselves like on the internet, you know. And everyone just has their own like way of doing it. But yeah, I will definitely admit I take this shit way too seriously. But I do have an admiration for that, you know. And I think people who don't like, you know, take their layout too seriously, I think they can understand where I'm coming from in the same way I can understand where they're coming from. It's not like meant to be a criticism against people who aren't like me. What's up, Molly? Yeah, I'm a professional yapper, exactly. Yeah, like what Ricky said is like we take the world record, like getting a world record. We see it as like it's like almost I'm not gonna speak for Ricky, but at least for me, it's like I see it as like this sacred thing at a certain point. It's like I want to respect the sanctity of it, you know. But at the same time, it's like, what's so sacred of it? It's just a fucking game, you know. It's like, as long as, you know, it's all one VOD and it's not like fucking, you know, chopped up and spliced and stuff. I mean, you're not really ruining any sanctity of anything, you know. But like in our minds, it's like we want it to just be as clean and like highest quality. Dude, I was so upset because on my recent record, I had to scrap my local recording video because I recorded it at a low bit rate by accident. So I had to use like the stream VOD video with like the local recording gameplay audio, and then it was desyncing, and it's like just barely slight. Now after like re-rendering it a million times and changing settings, the audio is fine, but it's like the video quality is just ever slightly, like you wouldn't even notice if I didn't like mention it, but like the video quality is ever slightly worse than like what you would see like right now. And it's like, to me, it's like, fuck, like it needs to be perfect, you know? That just talking about like wanting to preserve the sanctity of things, you know? Even though it really doesn't matter at all, you know? Anyways, what are you guys saying? You submitted your Mega Man run, Mega Man X4 to SDA, that's funny. I've never submitted anything to SDA before. I didn't even know that you could still do that. Put in a lot of effort. Thank you, Needles. I think, you know what, we all put our effort, as creators, we all put our effort into different things. Like for me, it's like my effort is all just like on my stream and on my runs being as good as possible. Like that's like my main focus. But in doing that, it's like I end up not focusing so much on like the video creation side of things. Or like, you know, making like a casual retrospective or like a world. I've been dragging my feet on the world record progression video of this game, which I've started, but like I've just been like, it's on hiatus until I get the record I want, you know, again for the millionth time, right? So it's just like an endless cycle like that. So I think we all as creators have like what comes naturally to us. Like for me, it's like the stream side of things. And for other people, it's like the YouTube side. I think maybe like for Ricky, it's probably more like the YouTube side of things. And we try our best to like dip our feet into the other sides of things that we feel like we should, you know, or that we think would be fun or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like when we've been doing this for so long, it's like we just know what comes naturally for us, I think. And you just have to embrace it. And hopefully your audience like vibes with that, you know. And if not, that's okay too, you know. Whatever. If I ever want a boost, what's a boost? Talk about scripts. Oh yeah, just talk about like video making and stuff, yeah. You know, I'll talk to you about like my script making process right now because I've never actually, what I do with my videos, and this is like kind of like, this is something where I should probably consider being a bit more organized, is when I make a video, like my world record commentary, for example, I start like the first like 10 to 30 seconds of the video, I fully script. I'm like, okay, this is my intro, and I really think about the intro being like as good as possible and very clean and like I take like a million takes of it and blah, blah, blah. But as I progress through the video, and I'll have the notepad right there and I'm like typing out the script as I'm recording it. I know a lot of YouTubers will like write it all out and then record it after, but I really like that process of like, you type out the thought, like you hear it in your head, you type it out, and then you read it, like record it, you know, and then you throw that in the timeline and then you do the next part. Like, I like having the script writing and voiceover process being intertwined. I don't know if you're like that as well, Ricky, or if any other YouTubers can like relate to that, but yeah, I know, like I was saying, I know a lot of people like think of like script writing and recording and like, you know, as like two separate things. You know, of course, editing being like a whole separate thing as well. You know, it can get like a little overwhelming once you start conflating editing into that as well. If you're like mixing the script writing and recording process and editing process together, then it starts to become like very slow moving through the video. Whereas like I can respect why like some creators would be like, okay, I'm gonna do this section, I'm gonna do the script part first, then I'm gonna do the voiceover, then I'm gonna edit everything, you know. And probably even, this is like probably going beyond like my scope of it, is like thinking about the editing of it, is that it's like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on transitions, and now I'm just gonna focus on like text or, you know, or PNGs or whatever animations that pop up, and now I'm just gonna focus on getting B-roll, you know. And so it's like there's different like layers to the organization of like video being created that I think every creator kind of has their own preference with. But yeah, that's like my process, is I like sort of conflate the script writing and voiceover process. And then the editing process is, I usually, you know what I've been doing lately is actually with the editing process, I'll just have someone else do it. Because for me, I feel like I shine the most like with the voiceover and you know, that part with it. And I feel like you know, I'm like, I can edit a video, but it's like rudimentary compared to like what I see in my head. But then like when I send out like a project to someone, it's like I end up basically editing the whole video in my head and like giving them a whole like editing notes, you know, like basically writing a whole script for them just to edit the video. So it's like I might as well do it myself at that point and then have them do like the things that I can't do. That's probably like the move. So it's just all like a lot of effort. At the end of the day, it's just a ton of like time and effort, and that's all time that for me, like I like to just spend that time streaming and playing the game, and then beyond that, just hang out with my girlfriend and make food and whatever. And that's like I said, that's like what comes naturally to me. So it's like trying to find ways to like, I don't know, trying to work around all that. But yeah, there's insight into my video making process, which again is like very much like on hiatus at the moment. As I, you know, run back and forth in this level doing nothing. Let's head over to Lofty Castle and do a little bump and grind. Main channel is fully scripted. And when you say fully scripted, you mean like you write the whole script and then you record it like separately. Like you don't like record and write at the same time. Like what I'm talking about. Lofty time, hell yeah. My editors have been doing a good job. I didn't get anyone to edit the world record commentary. I could have added more edits to the world record commentary, but I felt it poignant. This is like another thing about like YouTube videos, is I felt it poignant to get the video out sooner rather than later, you know? And keep in mind, like, I could have pushed it out even sooner than I did, but I chose not to like re-render things. And I re-rendered my world record commentary 3 or 4 different times just to like change like a little thing. Like I remember on my second to last render, I had to switch one thing because my outro cut off, like the outro, like Deo, that thing, it cut off my voice when I was talking, because normally it like fades it out. But I was like, anyways guys, my name Deo. That's what happened. I was like, what the fuck? Like, god damn, I have to like have to spend another 3 hours re-rendering and uploading this again just to fix that, you know? So yeah, you gotta be like willing to deal with that type of thing for sure. So I'm definitely proud, like, you know, when you go through that many like redos with a video, it's like, you end up being proud of the final product, but even despite that, it always like gets to a point where it's like, okay, well I could do a little more, I could do that, I could have mentioned this, I could add this graphic or whatever. But I like doing world record commentaries because, like, you know, you don't have to, like, you know, put an edit every, like, fucking 5 seconds. You don't have to, like, have shit up on the screen all the time. You can just let the gameplay roll and just talk, you know? And if you want, like, if you run out of things to say in a section, you can just fast forward the fucking dragon or something. Like, the editing style for world record commentaries is, like, very comfy for me because it's not as involved as, like a full-on, like, casual retrospective like other videos I've done. Where I have to like record B-roll and like, you know, free cam footage and stuff. That's like a lot more time investment. Okay, I got a bump, but that wasn't quite the bump I wanted. I'm just gonna glide all the way back. I forgot to make a save state back there, so we're just heading back. Taking the slow way. Are editors expensive? Yeah, like, for my, what was it? For my, usually on average, like, if you want a video, like, fully edited with, like, something, like, with, like, a lot of edits happening, basically, I would say, like, a respectable rate is, like, $100 per 10 minutes of editing. For, like, something that's good, I mean. Or not, like, low effort. Now, if we're just talking about like, you know, stringing together like a stream clip compilation, that's like different. That's like, I don't know, I guess you could, depending on the level of curation required there, that could also be like a $100 per 10 minutes thing. Or $10 per minute of editing. Just depends. It depends on the particular project and how much time is invested and all that, but usually when I hit up an editor, I'm like, hey, I want XXX thing done. I'm willing to pay up to this amount. Is that okay? Or I'm trying. My budget is this. Like, is that all right? And usually it's fine. If it's somewhere approaching that, like $100 per 10 minutes. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depending on the level of involvement. Which, that's a lot of money, guys. That's no small amount of money. You know, when it's something you could, in theory, do, like, yourself, right? But you know what they say, man, time is money. And what I found, like, with my recent videos, like I said, is that, like, I end up spending the same amount of time with an editor to, like, really make it good, and, like, you know, multiple revisions and stuff. I end up spending that same amount of time with an editor that I would have just done by myself, you know, just editing the video myself. So I think for me, like, with my next, like, Spyro 2 video, I think I'll put all of the B-roll in there. Like, all of the stuff I can do myself, I'm just gonna do myself. And then the final edits with stuff like animated text and transitions, I'll have an editor do that stuff, you know? It's really important that you just, I think, like, when it comes to any, like, collaborative project, that you get people to, not necessarily to get someone to do everything for you, but you get people to fill in your weak spots, you know? And so that's probably going to be the approach I take once I make a Spyro 2 sort of casual vibe and aesthetic retrospective, which I am still planning on making. Just not soon. Let's fly up here. We have yet to get a good bump here. Oop. Get up there. Okay. I have to make the save state. I have to do this. That should work, right? Yeah. You'll do it for free? I don't let people make, like, videos for me for free. Sorry. I mean, if you want to, like, this is my advice. If to anyone's like, dude, I'll make a video for you for free. Go ahead. Like, make a clip compilation, rage compilation, send it over to me, and then we'll talk. Like, you know, if you're willing to do that for me for free, go ahead and hit me up, like, but, you know, I'm not going to have any direction in that if it's for free, you know? You just do what you want for fun, with my content. Like, I give you guys full permission to do that. But I just ask that you either, if you're gonna post it yourself, that you credit me, or that you, send it my way, and then we can talk about, you know, adjustments or, you know, potential payment then. But yeah, I'll never, like, be like, okay, I'm looking for the cheapest possible video editor. Who wants to edit something for free? For me, what I look for is I look for someone that, like, watches my, like, you know how, like, you guys here, you guys watch my stream. Most people that edit my videos, I get from my own chat room. Because you guys, like, know how I am and what I like and what Spyro is all about, you know? It's like, that to me, that's more important than, like, it being free or not. Yeah, like, I ought to, like, have a dedicated, like, person making, like, clip compilations and stuff like that, like, you know, like every streamer does. Just to at least, like, post on the second channel. I was actually having a lot of fun, getting Marathon Man to make, rage compilations. I haven't been super ragey lately, but, those were pretty fun to post on the second channel. So yeah, if anyone wants to make a clip compilation or anything, or, is curious about it, you can feel free to DM me about it. Like, my DMs are so open, on Discord specifically. Feel free to DM me about it, or just make something and send it my way, and, you know, if it's good, I might throw you a few bucks, but, you know, we'll see, you know. No promises or anything. Yeah, open invitation for people to fuck with my content. Totally cool. You know what's funny? Like, this is the same failsafe that happens on Nestor Skip. It's because I'm in the flop animation for more than 4 seconds. So it just respawns you. That's funny. Alright, I think let's do a run, everybody. I think it's time. Yo, Fince, thank you for the 38 months. Sorry I'm a little late with that. It says, let's fucking go, Deo. We in this piece. Thank you, Fince, you legend. But yeah, to finish off, I promise I'll quit talking about videos and clip compilations. I know it's kind of like tiring subject matter. As a final like thought about that is I just want to make it clear that I'm not like trying to like make a lot of that sort of stuff right now. Thank you, Beard, for the 5 gifts. But if anyone wants to do that for me and like we can just collab and it's like low effort on my part, that's great too. You know, I'm okay with that, but I'm not like trying to, okay, I need to get out like a clip compilation every week or something, you know, I'm not on that wavelength. I'm happy with how I am currently with my, you know, content grind. And I'm happy to take help as well, you know. So yeah, it's no big deal. But yeah, thank you, Beard, for the 5 gifts. It's all good. Appreciate that. The good luck gifts. I'm gonna need them. See how many Nestor skip attempts it's gonna take me today. Oh, this might be it. Hold up. The first try. Give me that. Oh yeah. Come on. And I was afraid to do that trick for a year, by the way. Yeah, we're rolling. Okay, rolling. Fucking rolled off that bitch right there. We're flopping. Okay, flopping. One and done world. I hope so. No, something tells me it won't be quite that easy. I anticipate this grind continuing for at least the next couple of months. Hopefully, like, you know, if I get lucky or do well or, you know, whatever, then it doesn't take that long to get to where I want to in this category, to like a comfortable stopping point. Whatever time that may be. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not there yet. And, part of a grind like this is that it's like, I'm willing to spend as long as it takes. If it takes me years, like literal years, I'll say this, if it takes me months, I'm locked in for that. I'm ready for that. I mean, I've already been at it for months at this point, just in this category. And that's how I like treat my grinds in this game. It's like, there's no time frame, there's no rush, you know? Ironically, in a speedrun. Speedrunning without a rush. Yeah, the grind never ends. I mean, it's so true. And that's alright, like, I love fucking speedrunning this game and streaming it and stuff. This is like my... Oh my god, this is like my comfy place, you know? Like I said, this is just like what comes naturally to me. Doing anything besides this is like a real undertaking for me. Making a big video or switching up games and learning, you know, getting good at Spyro 2 or something, you know? All of those things are like much bigger, like, for me, like, you know, it's nice to step out of your comfort zone, but this is like my comfort zone, you know? So I have no problem sitting here and just doing this every day so long as you guys enjoy it and support it. So yeah, hopefully we can get a nice no reset going, even if there's some mistakes on this first run today. I'm feeling no resetty on this one. We'll see. Which skip do I think is harder, Gulp or Nestor? They're both super precise in different ways. That's an interesting question, actually. Hold on. Can I get him? You bitch, I got you. That red gem tried to troll me too. God damn it. Can't stop me. So obviously Gulp Skip and Nestor Skip are very different. Where Gulp Skip is precise in terms of landing inside the wall out of bounds. So, and there is like kind of a luck element to both of them. I think the luck element with Nestor Skip is a lot bigger. Not a lot, but like significantly bigger than it is with Gulp Skip. But I do think that Gulp Skip is a more complicated trick to perform. Like there's more inputs and more things that need to happen in a sequence compared to Nestor Skip. So in terms of complexity, I think Gulp Skip is harder, but in terms of like luck factor, Nestor Skip is harder. Thank you, Michael. And thanks for the good lucks, everybody. Oh, okay, so guys, fun update. Guess who fucking reached out to me on Twitter yesterday? None other than the goddamn, yeah, himself, Spike Vegeta, the fucking Afro legend. He has hair everywhere that I never could. On his head, at least. I don't know about anywhere else. But we're both curly speedrunning gamers, and it's I love hearing from him, because that guy was like definitely an early inspiration to me in this hobby. But yeah, he reached out to me and he said, there's a, I don't know if I'm allowed to like talk about this or whatever. He didn't say anything not talking about it, so I'm assuming it's fine. But there's going to be an event that he's putting on in Florida in early December called the Speedrun Coliseum. I'm sure it's been teased already, actually, so I don't think I'm like letting any information out of the bag with that or anything. And oh my god, sorry, I'm like trying to not fuck up. And he DM'd me telling me he's willing to fly me out and pay for my like room to go do this speedrun marathon in Florida in early December. So I was like, dude, hell yeah. Fucking put me in that Discord, son. Let's go. That actually, normally I don't get excited about playing like in events or even like GDQ or ESA since I've like done that already. But when it's like, oh, here's like a smaller event and we'll fly you out, I'm like, bro, say no more. Say no more. I'm there, you know? Like, so I'm really excited for that. Did I condition last night? I don't know. I did not shower, actually. I really should have showered last night, and I did not. Definitely not. I'm gonna not be smelling great after this stream. What part of Florida? I don't know. Or no, it was, he told me it was, I actually forgot the name of the place. It started with a K, I think. It was like Kilalamalo. It was something like that. Kilalalala. You guys know what I'm talking about? Kissimmee, that's it, Kissimmee. It's like Kilalala. Kissimmee, I knew it was something goofy like that. What's up, Emo Jack? Thanks for the good luck. You enjoyed the world record commentary? Thank you so much for that, man. Thanks for watching that. Yeah, Kilimanjaro. Oh, your work has you going there? Dude, nice. Yeah, once I go down there, I'll be sure to let you guys know, like, we can like meet up and shit. Oh! It always looks like you miss a green there, but you never do. Just have to trust that. You saw the guy's playthrough of Reignited, or the islands of this level glitched out. Oh, that's dope. I don't think I've seen that particular glitch before. I have seen the glitch where, like, you get launched off of the ferry in this level. When I was making my Reignited retrospective, I saw a lot of that. What's up, Spyro owner? Thank you for the good luck. Good to see you, man. Oh, painful. Trying to go too quick there. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not quitting yet. Part of me wants to go back to the glide cancel strat there because it's about the same speed as just dropping down and charging. But like in an optimal like task scenario, it's technically faster to take the flop and then jump charge like that. Or at least that's what Composer says. But I don't know. It's so close that it's like you might as well just do like I might as well just go back to the other strat that looks and feels cooler to me. Oh my Jesus, come on. Fucking early flame. I flamed him, by the way. I just flamed him on like an invincibility frame. Which is a frustrating thing that can happen on these guys. Definitely losing like 15 seconds here or something crazy. When's the speedrun event again? Okay, so I'm not gonna like share too much details about it right now. I'm just sharing that I got invited to this thing and that I'm excited about it. I promise I will share more details about it as it becomes more confirmed. I'm not like confirmed going there yet or anything. I was just invited, so. Oh. I will spare you the details until things are more set in stone. But I think the event is on like the 5th. No, it's on the 6th through the 8th is what he told me. That's when the event is. Sup, Launtress? Thank you for the 13 months. Crash Test Goblin, welcome. Yeah. Pretty ugly artisans there. At least still ahead of the old record. 11:26. That would have been like a perfect artisans without Nestor skip. 11:26. So basically just lost all my Nestor time save there, which is not great, but we're still in this. Really trying to no reset this, by the way. I'm trying not to get too attached to the pace or anything. What's up, Laura? Thank you for the 44 months. Worst 44 months of her life. Yeah. Typical Laura sub message right there. Welcome. Hope the ETD was alright yesterday. Hopefully you didn't get any crazy soft locks or game crashes. That's like a thing, right? That's like a thing in that game. You could just randomly like get fucking soft locked and stuff. Or am I just imagining that? Is it more solid than I'm giving it credit for? At least like 100%. It's only ever happened to you once. That's pretty surprising to hear. It doesn't like super surprise me because it's like, you know, when you speedrun a game, it's like you know what to watch out for, and like the route like usually will account for soft locky type stuff in a game like that. So it makes sense that it's like 100% speedruns aren't as like, you know, prone to like, you know, major, you know, run like playthrough killing errors as like maybe a casual 100% might be. Oh, the GameCube version is actually more solid than PS2. I didn't know that. I know Laura wants me to play Enter the Dragonfly, like speedrun ETD 100% so badly. One day I probably will, but that's gonna be a long time from it. That'll be, I promise you, by the time I actually do that, it'll be long after you, like Laura, ever gives a fuck about me doing that again. By that time, that's when I'll pick it up. It'll be long after her, whatever, ETD retirement. I have a knack for playing games when they're like not like active at all. Or Spyro like categories. Picking up Spyro categories when no one else gives a fuck about them. Like right now, like I missed out on the Spyro 2 like 100% like multi-grind across like Zach and Bradley and others. I'm forgetting Nuke. I always miss out on those little like, you know, grind lineups between players. Maybe hopefully by the time I do get into ETD in like, what, over a year from now or whatever, there's like more of a, community for the definitive edition. Because the definitive edition just came out, but I'm not sure if anyone's really done runs of it yet or anything, or has like seriously grinded it. So I'm curious to see like where that goes, like in time. That maybe, you know, once my ETD era comes around, maybe I'll actually just play like the definitive thing. But who knows? There's definitely nothing happening within the next year, I'll tell you that much. Or at least soon. I feel like I can't make like a statement like, oh, okay, I'm not doing this like until after a year. I feel like I can only speak to like the next few months, like at best. I really can't speak to the future of like any of my grinds or aspirations in speedrunning or content creation. You know, beyond like a couple months, you know. But yeah, ETD is definitely beyond that. Dude, give me that shit. What's up, Oscar? You feel like you should? Well, I mean, I just said earlier, like, I don't plan on resetting this, and if you need me to say it aloud, I'm not going to world record this run. I'm not really trying to world record this run, I'm just trying to no reset and just chill. So yeah. No, but you're right, like, if I'm trying to get world record, I should probably reset at this point, but not every run has to be that way, you know what I'm saying? I know that's a tough concept for someone like Oscar to comprehend, but that's where I'm at with this run. It's like a warm-up run. I know, crazy. Once Crop Circle County is out of the way. Yeah, the fucking UFO minigame. Shit is so ass. What's up, Finn? How you doing? I'm flying. I mean, I'm definitely behind, but thank you. Appreciate that. I would return to any percent. Yeah, I mean, well, that's not how I feel. However I felt then is not how I feel now. Just for starters, so like that's my disclaimer. And I'm sorry if like I may have led you astray with what I said, you know, however many months ago during my any percent grind. Or my early 120% grind here. But my current plan is not like going back to any percent, it's to push this category as far as I can. I will eventually go back to any percent, that is true. But right now my goal is to continue in this category. For more information, type !plans in the chat. Yes. Please make that. Yeah, it's definitely like a real thing where it's like when I first got back into this category, like, I don't know, what, 3-4 months ago, however long ago, I was definitely, my initial plan was like after the any percent record and getting back into this was like, okay, I'm just gonna like get okay at this category again and just get a 121. There were like races and stuff coming up at the time. And I was like, I just want to prepare for these races and just, you know, wet my whistle in this category, but not necessarily like go for record. And then, of course, as I, you know, got into the 121s and low 121s, it excited me it stimulated my butthole so that way, you know, to go for record. And so I started going for record, and now I have record, and now I'm like, okay, now my Now my prostate is further tickled. My speedrunning prostate is further tickled to continue doing that. You know what I mean? So it's like the plan evolves as I progress. Fuck, dude, this is so bad. Let's do that, whatever. Sloppy. And so it wouldn't surprise me. Right now, I'm saying like, okay, I just want like a low 120. I might not go for 119. When I get a low 120, I can almost see the future. I'm gonna be like, oh man, now I gotta go for 119. I'm sure that'll probably happen. But just right now, I can't say I'm doing that yet. And as for any percent, like, you know, as I was earlier on in this grind, I was like, oh, I might go back to any percent once I get like a decent 120 time. So it's like, all I can tell you is my current plan, which you can see by typing exclamation point plans in the chat. There's no use talking in circles about it. It's just always like an evolving thing. Like that. I only lost 4 seconds to record, but like 10 seconds to the old run. Yeah, world record did fuck up that level a bit. Same thing here. I might actually save time on current record here. Yeah. Yeah, right, composer. You have time to get record in that before I come back. And then that would like inspire me to come back as well. You or Laura or anyone like beating my 36, which is totally possible. Like I'm glad I always leave any percent like in a spot where that's possible. In hopes that competition is somewhat stimulated. Like my prostate. So it all works out, you know. I don't think anyone's like holding me to a specific plan, Bob Marley. I think just people just get confused because maybe they like watch like an old VOD or like an old run or something and I say something different to what I'm saying now. So it's understandable. It's not like anyone's forcing me to do anything. People are just curious, that's all. Where's Gabe? Who, Gabe Newell? Or the Master Gabe? I did see him in the chat earlier. What are we holding Gabe to? I don't even know. Oh yeah, about asking out his crush because like yeah, on my world record, if you look at the VOD, Master Gabe said I'll ask out my crush if this run gets world record. Someone pointed that out on my Discord, yeah. Megan did or someone. Well, did you ask her out? Well, we'll wait till he shows up. Once he shows up, we'll grill him about it. did that work? I don't know. April sauce, thank you for the good luck. Yeah, optimal? If I had jump charged a little quicker, then yeah. Probably not optimal. Maybe optimal. What they were talking about there, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the Spyro 1 Discord, Spyro owner, but they were talking about, fucking doing like Squid and Piggy were talking about doing like a power bounce there, where you like jump charge skitter and then jump to like get extra height on that, which is like not really necessary, but you know, I don't do that. I just jump. The trick there is you gotta get all the way into the corner before jumping. But I'm sure like doing all that extra vertical momentum manipulation helps. So that might be the most optimal thing, is like not jumping all the way in the corner and doing like a power bounce. Or like a skitter, whatever. Skitter power bounce. Yeah, the power bounce stuff is really weird. It's cool, and it's definitely like semi-consistent for sure. I just like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of with you that I'm kind of scared to incorporate stuff like that in the runs. Like in the end of Artisan's Homeworld, there's another thing like that. It's like when you get it, it's one of those things, and everything in this game is like this, is like when you get it, it feels like 100% consistent. But then like you miss it once, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? I did everything right, you know? It's just, you know, you need everything needs to line up perfectly, in a sense. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth going for or anything, it's just, you know, it's like, if you have a strat that doesn't do that, you know, it's like, it's definitely a little sus when you start incorporating strats that you need to do that, you know? Just for like a, you know, like less than a second of time save. You just can't do it. Dude, the fucking anticipation with movement like that. Like, you know how like on stairs, like you really like anticipate the jumps and the charges like as you're like landing on the, like you anticipate the inputs. It's kind of like that with power bouncing, where you like anticipate like the skitter like stopping and jumping after, like. It's like you can't visually react, you just have to like anticipate that it all goes correctly. Because it happens that quickly, you know? It's like that with a lot of stuff in this game, like flame charging, you know? It's like, a lot of the movement I do, like, is with the anticipation of a successful flame charge, you know? And sometimes I actually intentionally slow down at certain parts because I'm scared I'll miss a flame charge. Like, in Dry Canyon, on the fan chest up by the vortex. Like, I could definitely play that, like, a second faster if I was, like, less hesitant. But sometimes, you know, playing it slow is the play. Oh. Even if it's not, you know, 100% necessary. Just how it is in this game. What's up, Norks? Thanks for the good luck. You're ready for the 119? Well, get ready to be locked into your lurk for a while. I'm just telling you, it's not happening on this run. But welcome. And I appreciate the hype as well. I thought it was gonna come down quicker. That was on me. I should have gone on top of it. But like, you know, it's like, ugh. I thought it was gonna come down quicker. Should have done that. Floppy. Jump. Terrible. Oh my god, it's just getting worse and worse. I'm throwing it. Gotta be losing like 20 seconds here or something. Yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier, but thank you, April Sauce, for the good luck. Yo, Piggy with the raid, welcome. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Bonnie? I'm shy. Yeah, I'm like a bit of a... I get butterflies in my stomach when I see you, Bonnie. I gotta be honest. But thank you for the good luck. And Terj with the good luck as well. Welcome, James. Got some real speedrunners here. I love to see that. What's up, Luminescent? Dude, I am shy sometimes. In real life, I can be pretty shy. Maybe shy isn't the right word, but like, not as outgoing as I am, like, on stream. Sarah, my girlfriend, if you guys don't know. Fuck! My girlfriend, Sarah, she'll tell you, like, that she thought I was gonna be very different, like, when she met me in person versus, like, how I really am. I don't, like, play like a character on stream or anything, but I'm definitely appear more outgoing than perhaps I really am. That's definitely... I think that's definitely a real thing. You're answering the gulp question from Artisans? That's funny. Give me a chuckle with that bad mojo. How did we meet? She found me through my stream. She hopped into my chat. You can actually see the exact moment we first made contact. She came into my chat during my Jack and Daxter casual playthrough back in, like, I don't even remember, like 2022 or something. Look up my Jack and Daxter casual playthrough. And she came into my chat after the lava boss guy during the zoomer section through the forest. And then we started, like, talking on Snapchat and stuff like that, and video calling and all that. Nah, I think so, Terj. I think a lot of us are like that. Especially speedrunners. Dude, like, every speedrunning event I've ever gone to, like, everyone that I've met there, I've had to, like, really, like, you know, be the one to start conversations and stuff, because people are just, like, so, like, you know, just shy or whatever, for lack of a better word. Dude, that happened in my run yesterday as well. It's so unlucky. I did not let go of charge there. The game just fucked me. Because of the angle I was turning off of the ledge. It just happens sometimes. It's just like a stupid rare thing. Luckily this run already sucks, so it doesn't matter. But annoying. Dude, I failed it. Yeah, I did that exact thing that you saw. I did that yesterday. Luckily, that way of failing it isn't that bad. I'm only losing like 5 or 6 seconds for that. But still, it's like super dumb because it's like not even my fault. The game just like, you know. This game is so finicky with canceling your supercharge. Like, it's actually so annoying. There are so many spots, like just in this level, the home world, and in Wizard Peak, where the game can just cancel your supercharge if you like go over a fucking platform wrong, or you go over, like, you make a turn like too hard over a edge or something. Right there, you could lose supercharge. There's just so many. It's like a miracle if you don't accidentally lose supercharge on this run. Yeah, it happened to me in Twilight. Yep, going over the... You need a certain amount of speed so that way you don't get edge cucked going into the upper second floor area. You can get edge cucked doing the first jump here to the first island. Like, as you're jumping off the ramp, you just lose supercharge. You can't go far enough. And yeah, all of that stuff is basically, like, pretty much beyond our control. Like, you can only do so much to prevent that. Yo, Sunil, welcome. Yeah, edge cucked. Sounded like an edge lord with that terminology. Sigma supercharge. Oh, thanks for watching that, Sunil. I hope you enjoyed that. Congratulations. Thank you, John Bondi. I think I got that wizard the first time. Probably could have done that recovery with like a few less jump charges. Oh, come on. Have I thought about playing against a hypothetical 119? I mean, there's no need. There really is no need to do that, from what I can see. I'm already, like, it's already challenging enough to play against these splits, as you can see. Like, I don't see any use in, like, making the splits harder. I definitely, my thing with splits is I prefer for them to be on the easy side. In fact, the splits I'm running against now are probably a bit harder than what I'm comfortable with. So no, I don't have any desire to run against like Sum of Best or like making a theoretical 119 to run against. That stuff is cool, like, you know, like to think about as a viewer and to like see like, oh, he lost theoretical time there, but I just prefer to keep things like as grounded in reality as possible. You know, not get too... It's just my style with speedrunning. So no, I won't be doing any of that. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, Matt. Sometimes people bring that up. Like, on an old record I had, you know, was playing the video behind the splits. Yeah, I mean, it's just more work for me. Like, I know Live Split has, like, a setting where you can, like, make the video play, like, behind the splits. But, I mean, I don't know. I personally don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I know that sounds like, kind of like, why not, right? But, like, I don't know. Sorry. That's all I can say. It definitely felt like, I don't usually feel like a lot of pressure from my splits, but when there's the video playing right there when I'm looking over, it really like, it adds like an extra layer of pressure that I don't like, where it's like, for me as a player, I mean, to where it's like, okay, you are literally like, not just like the time is this far behind, but you can see exactly how far behind you are. And it's like, okay, it gives you that feeling of like hastiness, of like, okay, I gotta catch up. If you're like a second behind or something, okay, I gotta catch up now. And you really don't want that. For me, I don't want that in this game. That leads me astray when it's like that. I have to like, if I have a video like that there, I have to just like fully ignore it basically, and only have it there for you guys. And like I said, it's just a lot of extra work for me to do that. So yeah, sorry. So I'm sorry. Let me just say right off the bat, I'm sorry. Let me apologize for every little thing here, okay? Because I know some of you guys are probably gonna bring this up. I'm sorry I don't show my sum of best on my splits. Now also, I'm sorry my sum of best is just straight up inaccurate also. I'm sorry I don't show my segment times. I'm not really like sorry for this stuff, but I just want to like acknowledge these things. I'm sorry I don't show my segment times. I'm sorry I don't show BPT, best possible time. I'm sorry I don't show the video behind my splits. I'm sorry I don't run against balanced splits. I'm sorry I don't run against a theoretical best run like a 119. Is there anything else I'm sorry my splits aren't bigger so you can see like more of the run, you know, instead of the chat there. Am I missing anything here to be sorry about? You can kind of see how there's like no, like, you know, you're always gonna be missing something. Even if you try to have all the fucking information there, there'll always be something that someone's like, oh, well, hey, what if you had this? Like, you're not gonna, like, get everything, you know? I'm sorry for existing. I'm sorry. No, I know no one's mad about it. I just want to express all of those things, that I realize those things could all be there, maybe. But, like, I have to kind of just draw the line somewhere, you know? And I feel comfortable with the amount of information that's on my splits and just general stream layout now. I don't really want to change that. And that's that. Yeah, sorry no penis controller cam, where you can see my feet. I know you guys like that. Anything else I'm missing? Barely get this guy here. Ooh, barely. Fuck. Sorry for having a girlfriend when you don't. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Emily? Thanks for the congrats. No, yeah, if we're gonna go beyond the game here, let's keep going. Sorry for not making the Spyro 2 video about the nostalgic vibes and aesthetic. Sorry for not continuing to work on my world record progression video. Sorry for, oh, you know what? Speaking of, I'm gonna stop joking around about this. Speaking of YouTube-y stuff, I recently got like a little, like, offer from like YouTube, like the YouTube studio thing. And they're gonna give me okay, I just want to be totally candid about this. they're gonna give me 200 bucks. Google is gonna give me 200 bucks if I post 2 members-only videos and make 2 members-only posts. So what I'm thinking of doing is just like making like a couple of like literally like not even like 5-minute like unedited just like life update videos. I don't want to I don't want to like cheat the system and make like a 10-second like non-video. But, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what to do for that. Or if I should even bother, because like it's just 200 bucks. It's not like, you know, it's not like gonna be the biggest deal ever. Right? But I would like to like, you know, hey man, 200 bucks, right? Not the biggest sponsorship deal or anything. What should I do? Should I make an apology video? Make a dinner vlog? What should I do for like 2 members only videos on my channel? I want to hear from the members in my chat. Get the fucking ukulele. I didn't say they had to be a certain length or anything. Ribs? We do a food video? You guys are saying a food video? Like a cooking video or like a food review? We were talking about getting like someone to make like a little clip compilation. So maybe I could have that be one of the videos and make like a silly like food, like cooking video or something as the second one. Oops. Oh, game collection video? Yeah, oops. Fuck, I'm gonna lose all my sparks here. Like a setup tour type of deal. That'd be kind of fun. Excuse me. Shaving tutorial. You can't make me shave. This is a thinly veiled attempt to make me, you know, clean up my hairdo, and I'm not standing for it. Like, Dale, I don't know how to shave. If only you could show me, you know, with your balls. I see what you're doing. Fucking morning routine. Fucking billionaire Spyro streamer morning routine. I wake up at the crack of noon. Before the rest of the world even knows what's going on. I'm fucking in there. I'm in the gym watching X videos. I mean, working out. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Okay, the gem collected, we're good. Please live. Dude, I flamed him, dude. He fucking, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if there was like a body block or what. That was unlucky. Do a RuneScape house tour. Dude, I'll make the fucking... You know what's so funny is I'll do like a setup tour and I'll include also like... Towards the end, I'll include my RuneScape house as well. Like, I gotta show you guys both of my properties, you know? The real life one and the video game one. I think I might make my actual world record VOD, like, on this channel. Like, the live stream VOD itself. I might make that members only. Just since I have, like, the actual run VOD on my second channel. Just so people aren't, like, watching the wrong thing, you know? And then the members can see, like, the extended pop-off and everything in the RuneScape there. Even though I'm sure most of you guys have already seen that already, like, might as well make it members now, you know? RuneScape painting. You can paint the little gnome. The gnome child. That's always an iconic RuneScape thing. There's actually like a in-game painting of the gnome child. You could try to recreate that. Look it up on Google. It's very derpy. Okay, we're good. VOD, I believe, stands for video on demand, which is like a really antiquated term. But basically nowadays it's used to describe like the entire raw recording of a live stream. So yeah, the usage for that term has sort of shifted over the years to just describe like a raw live stream, basically, the VOD. Is it video of direct? I thought it was video on demand. Vagina on dick? I feel like that's not what it means. A little sloppy. What's up, Smithy? How am I? I'm doing good, man. Hope you are as well. Come on, baby. Give me that. Yeah. Juicy. Now we're starting to warm up here a bit. Yeah, world record has that out of bounds, but it did lose some time, I think, in this level regardless. So, there is still time save here. I fucked up this part here. These spring chests. I like wasted like 3-4 seconds on those. Amongst other little sloppinesses. Come on. Okay, I got it. No, and then Haunted Towers was also sloppy in record. So like between like this level and that one, there's somewhere in the like range of 10 to like 15, maybe 20 seconds at the most. Probably like 10 to 15 seconds between like, you know, across this whole segment of the run. Late Beastmakers, early Dreamweavers. Have a good night, next tight. Alright, here we go. You guys ready for this? Is having 2 columns helpful? Not really. I like having both. It's just mostly for the fact that the old record has... You're talking about my splits, right? Having 2 columns of the splits. You know, I'd be fine with just 1. Like, it's not really a big deal. Obviously, I ran with just 1 for a long time. But it is nice considering that the old record does not have Nestor skip and the current one does, so it's nice. I might as well switch the old record to like a 121 though, just for the sake of it being like a slightly easier comparison. Because yeah, they are like, in terms of like the actual pace, they are kind of like too close to like really be necessary as 2 separate comparisons. Besides Nestor skip. So yeah, I might consider switching the old world record VOD to just like a slightly worse run without Nestor skip. That might be the play. Maybe like a 121 3x or something. So then that way on like a bad no reset like this, I can like pay more attention to those, you know. Dude, thanks for watching the commentary video, Groundskeeper. I put a lot of effort into that. It means a lot to me. How did I record with the commentary and without? You mean like how did I get the gameplay only? Without like, you know, without the rest of like the stream bullshit? It's because I record the audio tracks separately for the game and my voice. And alerts and stuff. And then I can just crop it. Because of the way I have the game not obscured by anything on my stream layout, I can just crop that out. And put whatever I want on like the sidebar, like the input. I've been putting like the input display in the timer. I might even add this next time I do a gameplay only video. I might just leave the splits there on the sidebar, though it is kind of hard to read them when the gameplay is centered on the screen like that. So. I liked how in the commentary I would anytime I would talk about the pace, I would like I'd fade the splits in so you could like get an idea of the pace. Oops. Let me grab one of these mushrooms. Oh no. I think I needed that life, yeah. I'll grab this one. What's up, Headhunter? I think I got the other gem there. What's up, Adamant? I'll read your question in a sec. I think I got the other red there, we'll see. I'll be careful exiting. Save in a second on record. Am I aiming to lower the record despite Nestor's to a 120? Hold on. Oh, that was so close. I'm surprised I got cooked on that. Thank you for the GG and the good luck, Adamant. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing, is getting into the low, maybe even, you know, lower than that. I don't know if I'm quite going for the 119 yet, but hopefully once I get close to that, I might. So that's where I'm at currently. I am currently still trying to improve the record. If you think about it, my new record, it's actually slower than the old record if you don't count Nestor skip. So, I mean, there's a lot of, like, improvement to be made still. I definitely did not realize the full, you know, 30 plus seconds of potential time save that I think is very clearly, that I'm clearly capable of here, compared to either of my current records. Or that record and the old one, I should say. This is the most boring level to you? I hear what you're saying. I don't think this level is like boring though. I think the flight levels are probably the most boring in this run. If you're saying like most boring non-flight level, like, yeah, sure. But there's still some pretty interesting movement here, like this part. Getting that double kill without taking damage and all the double spring chests and stuff. Like, it's interesting enough. I wouldn't like quite call this level boring, but I hear you. Like all the stopping to flame those guys and stuff, like. This is cozy like Undertale. Yeah, this level definitely has Undertale vibes. This level has vibes like you fell into a hole in the middle of a field, and now you're in a magical alternate like realm. Yeah, a 120 flat would be so sick, but it would also be so heartbreaking as well. Know what I mean? It's a decent level. Gotta grab the life in this homeworld. You guys are arguing about like the logical continuity of Dreamweavers. It is a fantasy game, like let's not forget that. It's not exactly supposed to make like a lot of, it's not, let's just say it's not exactly supposed to be like your real life or anything. It's not exactly supposed to be as mundane as reality. Dude, I agree. I see some argument in the chat about like how cozy versus creepy Undertale is. I think it has both of those vibes, like for sure. Undertale's a really cozy game. It's very like, it's nice to vibe out in. The aesthetics and the music are just really on point, very similarly to this game in that way. But at the same time, there's like a absolutely like creepy undertone to it that like you can't ignore either. Very intentional on that of game design by Toby Fox. Like I think both of those things are very strong. Both those feelings, cozy and creepy. And it might sound like those two things like are like opposites, but they really do go hand in hand in that game. just landed. Toby Fox is a genius. Stuart Copeland is a genius. Deo's nutsack is a genius. Oh, god damn it. That was a genius play by me. I gotta hope I don't get fucked over on the strat now. Wish I'd have gotten the sparks there, but whatever. Oh my god, that blue like landed so far back. That would never be a problem normally, but like, that was just unlucky gem RNG there. Super dumb. Oh my god, I have to jump down for that later. Since I have to jump down, I don't think I'll go for the crazy interior crocodile strat. Interior crocodile alligator. I think I can just go straight down here and hit the guy. We'll see. No, I can't. That's okay. Let's do that. We're good. What's the most difficult level? This part of this level is like probably the most difficult point in the whole run. Check this out. Almost died there. I jumped too early. So yeah, I'm losing 10 seconds because that bump didn't go high enough. Good attempt though. I get the green? You know. I could have saved that for later. I don't know why I was being so insistent. Could have caught that cycle on that guy. Just losing more time. The bump will kill so many world record attempts. Sad face. You don't sound like you have the wherewithal to do what I'm doing here. That's okay. You just enjoy the dead runs, my friend. You know what they say, guys. Nothing worth doing in this world is easy. Except for your mom. Get me out of there. Plus 2 minutes. See if we can hold on to this WR pace. No, just kidding. Hold on to this 122 pace here. Oh my god. Nice bonks. Have I changed the supercharged strat then before? Yeah, on my last record, not my current one, but on my last record from like over a year ago, it does a safer strat in that level. In Lofty. Yeah, I think I will change the the comparison to old world record to like a 121:30 comparison, just so that like runs like this can like feel more like valid as like being good. I mean, I would still be behind, but at least it wouldn't be like, okay, multiple minutes, you know, behind or whatever. Yeah, right, Vintage? Feel that? Thank you for releasing me. Really bad movement there. Wow. That's why you should always roll when going for that. How do you see if you miss a gem? You don't always get to see. I mentioned this in my world record commentary around Nort Cove. Is some parts of this run is you don't always get to visually confirm that you've gotten every gem. You have to trust in your movement and your instincts and your experience in playing to know whether you've gotten stuff or not at times. For a newer player, I would definitely recommend slowing down and going, you know, slower than normal, and you know, maybe even like turning the camera and actually visually confirming more stuff than not. But for someone like me, I have to just trust in my movement, you know, trust that I like slowed down enough to collect big groups of gems without Sparks missing any and whatnot. Because yeah, you can't visually confirm all of them. You can also you know, use the audio of, like, for example, with flame charges, you know, you want the gem to home in, right? If the gem doesn't home in from a flame charge and you were moving too fast to see, you'll hear the gem drop and hit the ground. So that's why it's nice to have game audio on when you're speedrunning this. So yeah, you can definitely catch missed gems, but a lot of that has to kind of just come down to your active focus and instincts with like, did I get that? Did I miss it? You know, like you have to just kind of trust in yourself with whatever that call is. It's a skill issue. I mean, I guess if you want to say that, sure. Oh my god. Not a great start. What's up, Valen? Yeah, thank you for the good luck, dude. I've been doing great, man. It's great to see you. Chilling, just digging back into this grind post-world record now. So still kind of getting my sea legs. I'm on day number 2 of the post-break kind of grind here. So hopefully we can squeak out the 122 here. Oh my god, what a bonk. Classic. Silly movement. Yeah, a little slow because I bonked that barrel. Missed the cycle here. Thank you, man. SpongeBob version of what? You guys see those AI like Instagram reels of like Kurt Cobain like singing like the plot to like a SpongeBob episode? It's like SpongeBob is a fool. The one with Linkin Park. No, then everyone's getting all mad in the comments like, this isn't what Chester would have wanted. Like, relax, man. Yeah, dude. AI, dude, like, AI shitposts are like, that's the best thing that's come out of AI. Really. Just silly, like, little meme videos and stuff. Yeah, the comment section of that particular one, the Linkin Park one, where like Chester's talking about SpongeBob like losing Gary and stuff. Fucking yeah, the comments are split between like, you can tell the true Linkin Park fans and like the virtue signalers, because like the people who are true fans are like, Chester would have loved this. And the people who like are just fucking bitches are like, AI is the worst, and Chester would have hated this, even though I don't give a fuck, even though I don't like know him at all. It's funny how after someone dies, like people become so sure about what they would have or wouldn't have wanted. Isn't that kind of a silly phenomenon? The moist critical AI videos, yeah, those are funny. Oh, I missed that. Ooh, actually got me. Sloppy. I gotta figure out a better way to like turn there. I should just recharge instead of trying to jump charge or do some shit like that. Or like recharge and then the final jump charge to conserve into the full hop into the fucking thing. It's just one of those spots you have to just like recharge a bunch. Quite a few of those at the end there, especially with that new last room cleanup. It's like there has to be a better way. Obama and Trump made a Legend of Zelda tier list. Or like the old, back at the 2016 election, someone made the fucking Trump versus like Walter White's son, like a Call of Duty lobby. So what, you're at your grandma's place? You're a loser. Your IP is blah 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 blah. I see a pizza on top of your house. So DZ, thanks for the good luck. Oh, that was close. Should you get a pizza? Yeah, go for it. Why not? Dude, if you have the Domino's app, I don't know if like maybe this is a thing in your area or not, but if you have the Domino's app, they have like a free pizza, emergency pizza. Oh god. Through the end. Oh my god, get up there through the end of the month. I love being Sparksless. This is great. You have to like, it's like emergency pizza, break the glass, and you like tap it with your finger. It's like, yeah. Yeah, goat cheese and spinach. Yeah, go spend like $50 on a pizza that has that on it. Get some wine too while you're at it. Get real fancy with it. I've done that shit, by the way, on like really good runs before, like falling under the loot head. That's like more common than you might think. So there's like no sparks in this level, right? I have to grab all of these fucking gems manually. I should have just taken a death at the start of the level. That probably would have been the move. But fuck it, sparksless loot. Why not? What's my opinion on Little Caesars? You know, I haven't had a lot of Little Caesars. It looks like, just based on like the review bra videos I watch of that, it looks like their specialty items are pretty good. Like they had like a bacon wrapped pizza at one point that looked really good. But the hot and readies are like, you know, they're like barely a step above like freezer quality. So I don't personally fuck with the hot and readies. But I respect anyone that's on that vibe. Oh man, come on, it's such a bad loot. Domino's is the worst pizza you can get here. What, in Italy? You're talking about Italy? Everybody hates Domino's, bro. Like all of the big pizza chains are like pretty much like this. I'm sorry if this like is gonna offend anyone when I say this. All of the big pizza chains in America pretty much make like almost the same product, or at least at the same quality. Some places are better at the pan pizza. Some places are better at the hand tossed. But like, you know, like I mean, I don't know. For 10 bucks. Carry out, like, I'm just saying, like, Domino's is pretty good. Oh, I should not have, oh my god, I fucked up that strat too. I should not have jumped. I'm doing this so badly. Aside from being sparksless, this is a bad loot. And now we get to do the funnest part, is sparksless all of this. Like, I think the division between, like, Domino's and Little Caesars and Papa John's, like, it's so smart. Like, they're all such similar quality levels, like, which is to say, like, better than Frozen, you know? Damn. No, dude. God damn it. It barely nicked me, man. Ah. Fuck. God damn it. Let's go do it again. We got this. No 123 for me. But yeah, I don't really get it. Like, I feel like Domino's gets a bad rap, but maybe I'm just a dumbass. Maybe I just have horrible taste in pizza, and I'm just okay with Domino's more than other people are. I will say it's not like the same thing as like a real like New York fucking, you know, mom and pop place. I'm not saying it's like that. But in terms of quality compared to other major pizza chains in America, it's about as good, if not better. But I get the impression that it's worse overseas as well. Like, there's a lot of Domino's like across the world, and perhaps it's like worse in other countries. That wouldn't surprise me. Americans take pizza very seriously. So. $7-Eleven pizza when it's fresh. I had a friend that used to work at 7-Eleven and we'd eat the pizzas a good amount. Yeah, only when it's fresh. If it's been like sitting under the heat lamp for like any amount of time, it's no good. Why does this guy keep typing fail? Like, what's wrong? Is this run not good enough for you? Don't worry, I'm gonna do some more runs after this. GG. Sorry if my run was a fail there. That was a really bad loot. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Luckily, I didn't have a loot like that on World Record. What's up, Demi?
Every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob.
I hope this doesn't seem rash. I'm just gonna ban that guy. That's a fail.
I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my Dragon days butting heads with Nasty Nork and his weird minions.
Not vibing with that energy.
Never mind.
But yeah, GG's everybody.
For every good battle, you need a good
Hope everyone's having a nice day.
I felt that Nasty, in spite of his misguided nature,
I can't even find him anymore. You got off easy this time.
Here we go again.
But yeah, GG's. I finished that run, you know. It was pretty bad. I'll give it up. But I did it. Dude, I cannot find this guy. Oh, there it is. Okay. Bye-bye. Do-do-do-do-do. No, you guys are good. I took care of it. Yeah, so, yeah, first run of the day, probably one of the worst I've ever done. No, Oscar isn't dead. Oscar's still alive. Oscar and James are alive. Despite them bringing a similar energy. I'm not going to pretend like my ban enforcement is fair or anything. But what I will say is I'm going to do another run. I'm just going to delete. I don't even want to look at those splits. What I might do, actually real quick before I go on break, is switch the comparison. I wonder if it even, like, if I can just, like, quickly do this without having to enter in a whole new set of splits. Let me see. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching that run. I hope you all enjoyed that. Column type, split time, comparison. About this. 123. I mean, that's kind of slow, but... Is 123 too slow to compare against? I feel like it is, right? It's sum of best. 117, that's like not real at all. That's fake news. I'll just leave it on that 123 for now, just to see if I like it. But yeah, I should switch that to a 121 at some point. I'm gonna go pee, and I will be right back, and yeah. Oh, that's really cool to hear, Zen. Right, be right back. And Ash White, thank you for the fucking, what's it called? The Prime. BRB. I'll head over to, since I'm here already, I'll head over to Dark Hollow and then I'll BRB. You do Spyro streams? Cool. Alright. BRB. What's up, everybody? Yo, We5Ku, thank you for the raid. Welcome. $50, damn. For what? For a PlayStation? Oh, for a game. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. I don't know what the $50 is in reference to, but whatever. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you. Thank you for the good looks up, Elantris. The background swirl on the wall reminds you of the demo. A demo? Yeah. It's got that kind of vibe to it. 90s vibes. Yeah, I've played through all 3 Legend of Spyro games. You can see them. You can see those playthroughs on my YouTube channel. I didn't finish Dawn of the Dragon, but I finished the other 2. Hellos from Dead by Daylight. Hello, Dead by Daylight. I hear it's a pretty good game. A lot of people play that game, Dead by Daylight. That's like a single player, like, that's like a single player game, right? Where, is that the one where you have to, like, stop the girl from dying all the time? Or am I thinking of a different game? Let's do another run. Found copies for cheat. Are you talking about copies of Spyro? Why do I have to use the Vortex and Nasty's loot? Yeah, because that triggers the special ending in this game. You can get all the gems, but that ending doesn't play until you go through the Vortex, and that's when timing ends. Is when that ending starts. 3, 2, 1, go. Multiplayer, 4 survivors, 1 killer. Oh, that sounds cool.
Okay, rolling.
Oh,
Copies of Spyro. Is that what the $50 was in reference to earlier? It's a little steep, but, you know, if it's a nice copy, then I think it's fair. Fair enough. If it's like some scratched up used one, then you definitely got scammed. But if it's like a pretty clean copy and like the original case and everything, then it's alright. By the way, shout out Boshington for the Prime. Appreciate that. Just saw that. Love you, Boshi. What's up, Humiliation? Thanks for the good luck. You just finished this game, but remastered under 3 hours. You think it's okay time? Yeah, I think that's a great time for beginners. You're talking about the in-game, the timer at the end, right? That says your final time, in-game time.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
That's good job. I'll just take a sip of my pumpkin spice coffee every run here. I think my camera is a little borked.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6?
Now the frame rate should be smoother. There we go. Welcome, Mr. Migi. Maybe. This could be an early fall. Oh, nice. So yeah, guys, so Yeah, hopefully, I'm almost certainly going to get a better run than the one I just got. I'm also comparing to some different old segments. I should just call them bad. Those are supposed to be my quote-unquote average segments, according to LiveSplit, but that's the way they calculate. The way LiveSplit calculates that is kind of sus, I think. But regardless, now we're comparing to the current record on the left of the splits and just a random set of averaged splits on the right. Which should be better for no resetting purposes, that I'm not just like behind the whole time. Just try to stay ahead of this shitty 123. And if I play well, I'll be like crazy ahead of that. But yeah, what I ought to do is like manually enter like a mid 121 or maybe like a 122 flat. So that way I could, yeah, that would actually be smart. It's like entering like a 122.00 like set of averaged splits. Without Nestor skip or anything. Hopefully I can find something like that somewhere, figure out how to do that. Yeah, I saw the Crystal Fisher video about Crisis in Chronalia. I haven't played the, whatever, the demo, beta, whatever build of that yet, but seems cool. Shoutouts to Bun for making that. Does the average update as I do more runs? I think so. I'm not 100% sure. What's Nestor Skip? Is it new? Nestor Skip was found over a year ago, so it's not new, but it is newly incorporated into my runs now. So new for me, we'll say. And it skips the unskippable dialogue from Nestor. For more information, type !Nestor in the chat. Ooh. Almost caught that jump. It smells like chlorine, or it smells like a dirty pair of like swim trunks or something, you know what I mean? Like after they've been like sitting out of the pool for a while. They have that like old chlorine smell to them. It's I kinda get like a slight hint of that right now somehow. Where in the game do I think new skips might be found? Any current routes that seem suboptimal? That's a tough question for me to answer quickly and succinctly, so I'm not even going to try to do that, but the short answer is, yeah, you could probably improve, like, routes by maybe a second at the most. Most of the routes are pretty highly optimized. As you can imagine, this category has been ran and researched for over a decade. So it's not like we're still looking for the optimal routes, you know, for these levels. But there are routes that are faster than what I do that introduce a lot more risk for minimal time save. So that would be like the answer to your question. Overall, the avenue of gaining time on record is not going to be from rerouting the game. For me, it's going to be from improving my execution. So that's where my head is centered, time save wise. long did it take me to get the waterfall hop? Yeah, that fountain jump we call it. It's not hard. I kind of explain it in my commentary. Oh, barely got that. It was actually for a few years I did that trick while trying to time the roll jump. You know that forward rolling jump you do on that? I used to time my X press, like how you have to time every other jump in this game. You know, you don't want to press it before you land on it, right? So I would time that, but then Wally came into my chat one time years ago and was like, dude, you can just hold X there and it'll buffer the jump. Which I talk at length about that on my my world record commentary, which if you guys haven't seen that, it's the latest video on my YouTube. I did a whole hour-plus long commentary for my recent record. Which is very interesting if you're curious about this run and stuff. Got the red there. You like the smell of petrol? Yeah, I love like gas. It smells good. I totally agree with that. Just like the smell of just raw, unburnt gasoline. It's not. I also like the smell of exhaust fumes from cars and boats and stuff. Even though those are like not highly, but like somewhat toxic. Yeah, carbon monoxide. I like that. It smells good, man. It's good. Carbon monoxide itself is odorless, I thought, right? It's just that it's in, like, you know, the fumes of burnt gas. Everyone go watch my commentary, forget everything I say in it, and then come in my chat and ask me questions about this run that I addressed in it. Yep, that sounds about right. That's alright though. So I'm here to answer questions. Don't feel bad if you feel like you're asking something obvious. I only might make fun of you a little bit. Alright, it's not... no hard feelings. Do I like the smell of chloroform? I don't think I've ever directly smelled chloroform before. Chloroform? However you pronounce it. I've never directly smelled it before, I don't think, but I'm under the impression that it's like smells like rubbing alcohol, which I do like the smell of rubbing alcohol. I'm not sure how accurate that is though. What's up, Proxper? Yeah, dude, thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate that. I always love seeing that hype from someone who's been watching for a while like you. So yeah, it means a lot, Proxper. What's up, Pobs? It's like the smell of a laser printer, because I only smell like the fresh, like warm, like paper. Like, you know what I mean? Like freshly printed, like paper. How it's like kind of warmed up from the machine. I like the way that smells, if that's kind of like what you mean. If I had $1 for every reset, yeah, I'd definitely have a few thousand. Maybe $10,000. I wouldn't be like set for life or anything, but I would definitely have a lot of money. And now that I'm grinding out Nestor Skip, I guess I'm technically making more hypothetical money in that scenario. But I'm generally not like a super reset heavy player. I do reset when the time, you know, is right, but I generally avoid resetting. I'm not like against it, I'm just especially today, I just feel no resetty, you know? It's just easier on the soul in this hobby, to be no resetting and not stress. Like, some days you gotta just not stress the pace too hard. It's just how it is in this hobby. You missed my record. That's alright, dude. You can watch the commentary that I've been talking about. Check out my latest video on my channel. Bring it up in a tab for later. You watched it already? Well, hey, I mean, you're good. Thanks for doing that. What's up, Setnam? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I know I'm kind of like repeating myself a lot with like, go watch the commentary, but I think it's a really good commentary. I'm not too big to say that. Too high and mighty. If I get another record, like, within the next week or two, I probably won't do another commentary like that, unless it's, like, a really big record. If I get another baby record, I'll probably just do, like, a single take, like, chill, like, commentary. Maybe live stream it. I might do that. What's up, Master 2K? Yeah, I know. Like, if I take a whole 3-day break, make the whole commentary and the gameplay only and all that, just for another like 1 second PB. That's kind of what was happening with like my any% records at one point. It's like I made like 3 different any% commentaries that were all like very high effort, like edited things. And by the third one, I was just kind of like, why am I doing this? You know, like it's just like it's a lot. Like it's okay for not every like, you know, record to have a commentary, you know, or for it to be just like more relaxed or whatever. Dude, now it smells like dude, so many different smells I've been smelling. It smells like crayons now. It smells like someone opened up like a box of crayons and put them right under my nose. These aren't, luckily I'm not complaining. These are pretty like nice smells actually. Nothing gross. At least it doesn't smell like farts or whatever. Yeah, am I having a stroke right now? I'm like smelling all this different shit. What is it that they smell when they're having a stroke? Like, that people smell? It's like burnt something, like burnt toast or something. It's burnt toast. It's funny because I burn toast a lot. Whenever I make toast, I always take it to the edge of being burnt. Like, I try to brown the bread, like, as much as possible. To the point where even if there's, like, a little bit of burnt part, like, I'll just scrape it off and eat it. I love everything. Yeah, I'm just, like, a generally well-done type of guy when it comes to food. I love stuff to have, like, a really nice sear or fry or toast or whatever on it. Not with steaks. I don't like well done steaks. I mean, I'll eat a well done steak. What am I talking about? I'm not like above that or anything. But even then, like even if I get like a medium rare steak, I want there to be like a really nice like kind of charred sear on the outside, and have it be like medium rare on the inside. I just love that carcinogenic, you know, char Maillard reaction in food. Umami, you know. Oops. Oops. This is not good. There we go. So nice, had to do it thrice. Carcinogen masking. Yeah, I fucking I overcook eggs. Like I kind of burnt like the wispy edges of. I usually burn the wispy edges of like fried eggs every morning. A lot of people like don't like that. From what I understand, it's like the culinarily like astute thing to appreciate with eggs is when they're undercooked, because there's like apparently like more flavor to the yolk when it's not like completely like cooked to shit. Also, like fancy chefs like that I watch on YouTube, they complain about eggs becoming rubbery when they're overcooked. But that's never like a texture thing that I've actually struggled with. If anything, I've always found the texture of a runny egg to be a lot less like texturally satisfying than one that has like a crispy edge and like a little bite to it, you know, not like necessarily rubbery. I've only ever had like a rubbery egg, like when it's like from a fucking frozen, you know, like little, like a pre-packaged like McDonald's biscuit or something. That's the only time like I've ever had eggs that are like rubbery, is when they're like fucking like freeze-dried and fake and shit, you know. When you cook eggs yourself at home, I've never experienced that like sensation of rubberiness that chefs complain about with overcooked eggs. Oh my god, I don't know if fuck. I pressed the X button badly there. I don't think I missed the X button per se, I just pressed it like weirdly and it didn't work. That happens there sometimes. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Hopefully the thief doesn't troll me there. Over medium. Yeah, where it's like just the yolk isn't runny, but it's like a lighter color in the center. Gooey, you might say, in the center almost. Like just short of gooey. Like still set, but just like different colored. I think a lot of people are like that. What's up, Hecky? You've been a lurker since any percent, dude. Thanks for watching, dude. Legend Hecky. Yeah, you guys aren't a fan of runny eggs. I'm not gonna hate on them or anything. Like, it's just that I don't personally like enjoy like the slimy texture of yolks, of runny yolks. It's more of a texture thing than a taste thing for me. I got that Western palate that's like kind of averse to slimy things. But I'll admit that's just like probably just like the culture, the food culture I grew up in has like conditioned me that way. Even wiped up with toast? Yeah. Hello? Hello. Bro's talking in my chat like he's talking on the phone to his mom right now. Hello? Hello, this is dog. Oh my god, give me it. I thought you were banned. Oh, you're good. You're not in trouble yet. I'm just kidding. You good. You good, you good. What? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. I was like, where the fuck is that jump? Not paying attention. You never tried making hash browns at home? Be prepared for it to be way more of a fucking hassle than you're expecting. What you should do if you want to make hash browns at home is just buy the frozen pre-cut ones. It's like 10 times easier and like basically the same price. Well, maybe a little more expensive depending where you get it. Get the Walmart ones. Yeah, to actually make like hash browns from scratch, you have to fucking peel potatoes, fucking cut the, hold on. Let me see if I remember the whole process. You gotta peel potatoes, store them in water. When you're ready to cut, you cut them. You gotta make sure you keep like a bowl of water there, otherwise they oxidize and turn gray and green and weird and shit. So you gotta make sure you're keeping them stored in water once they're peeled. Then you cut them, again storing them in water, and then when you're ready to cook them, or no, what you're supposed to do is you pat dry them with like a kitchen towel or like a bajillion paper towels. You make them as dry as possible, and then you can either freeze them or you do that process right before you cook them. And then what you're supposed to do with any homemade fried stuff is you're supposed to par cook it. It's so fucking it's such a hassle, dude. You're supposed to par fry any fried potato stuff, so you like kind of cook it over low heat for a second for like a few minutes, then take it off the heat, then let it rest, then re-cook it again at the full temperature to fully brown it and make sure and that way it stays fluffy on the inside, which is just a lot. It's a lot. The most annoying part of it, besides, especially if you're deep frying, I'm assuming you wouldn't be deep frying hash browns, but here's the real strat. You know, I'm probably wrong about some steps of that process. There are probably some real chefs in the chat that can correct me on that. But what I'll say is I'll at least give tips for cooking frozen hash browns, which is probably the more realistic thing that people will do. If you cook frozen hash browns, what you have to do is make sure the oil in your pan is, that there's a good amount of it. It doesn't have to be like fucking swimming in oil, but you know, you want like a very shallow pool of it. Make sure you're using a neutral oil, so if you use olive oil, it'll turn your potatoes yellow when you cook them, which is weird. And then just make sure that oil is fucking ripping hot, and then when you put the potatoes on, don't fucking touch them. Like, put a nice layer of potatoes, like, right on the fucking thing. You can even pour them straight out of the bag with the frozen ones, that's why they're nice. Pour them straight out of the bag onto the ripping hot oil. They're gonna fucking sputter everywhere, because the water is like sublimating from them, or whatever the fuck word is. And yeah, don't touch them. Just make sure you have enough. This is the key takeaway. Make sure with frozen hash browns, make sure there's enough oil in the pan, that it's neutral oil, and that it's ripping hot, and that you don't touch them until they're fully browned on one side. If you touch them a lot, then they'll turn gray and mushy as well. There's like a lot of like accidental like ways to make hash browns like really soggy and mushy and bad. So you gotta be like you gotta have a game plan with hash browns. You gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and do this, and then boom, you know, like don't fuck with the process. Man, fucking homemade fried potato stuff is just, I don't know why potatoes are so picky like that, but that's how it is. At least with mashed potatoes, it's like so much easier. You can just fucking peel potatoes, boil them, and mash them, you know? So I don't mind doing homemade like mashed potatoes, or what I like to do is I have these like tiny, I have like tiny like red potatoes, like they're really small ones, and Sarah turned me on to a cooking video she saw about they like smash them and bake them. So I'll like start them in the microwave, like, and then smash them with like a fucking pan or something, and then put like salt and seasoning and bake them for like 30-40 minutes. Baked crispy potatoes are fucking so slept on, dude. I'm telling you guys. Potatoes are so cheap, and you don't have to like go through all the trouble of like home frying potatoes. You can just fucking chop them up and bake them, you know? Like, it's really not that... It doesn't have to be overcomplicated, like all the whole, like, par frying and all that shit. Like, you don't have to go that far with it. Slap them in the microwave for a, you know, couple minutes, and then chop them up and throw them on a fucking baking sheet with a bunch of oil, and oh my god. Those motherfuckers, give those motherfuckers like 30-40 minutes at 400 in the oven. Ugh. It's like the best midnight snack, dude. Homemade, crispy potatoes. Yeah, homemade deep frying is a pain in the ass, for sure. But it's okay. Some people, you know, one thing I've noticed, like, about, like, homemade deep frying is that, like, some people just, like, grew up, especially if you're from, like, the South. Some people just grew up with, like, a deep fryer in their home. Like, one of those countertop deep fryers, so, like... If that's the case, if you have, like, a countertop deep fryer, it's like the air fryer crowd. It's like, if you have a fucking air fryer, then, like, your whole perspective on things is different, you know? And so it's like, if you have a deep fryer at home, it's like, and you have all the fucking gallon jugs of oil, it's like, who cares? Yeah, you fucking just deep fry any, just buy any fucking mozzarella sticks or whatever from the freezer aisle, and you can just deep fry them all. You can buy, like, pre-cut french fries and just deep fry those instead of baking them. Yeah, countertop deep fryers are goated, and I know people who use those, like, those people are even more devoted than the air fryer crowd, and that's saying something. Having, like, all the strategies for, like, cleaning and preserving the oil after use and stuff. Or just, like, efficient ways of disposing it. People who own an air fryer. Yeah, dude, air fryer fans are, like, a bit much, but, you know, hey, whatever. If it makes you happy, dude, if you found a way to cook that makes you happy, then I'm not here to shit on that. That's like dope. But it is a glorified, it is just a convection oven. It's a slightly faster version of the oven that every one of us has in our fucking kitchen, so. It's just funny that people get so excited about that. But, you know. Live your life. Whatever makes you happy, you know, that's all that matters in this world. Do I watch cooking shows? Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of Gordon Ramsay stuff, Kitchen Nightmares and all that. But I'll watch, like, cooking YouTubers. Like, last night we were watching a, God, what's the name of that guy? Dude, I forgot his name. The dude who does the Last Meals. You guys see that YouTube series? Like, Last Meals with, like, fucking Ludwig or whatever. That chef guy's pretty interesting. I like that series. But I'll also just watch, like, you know, I'll just follow, like, a few different, like, cooking creators and just watch just randomly when they post, like, okay, fucking the best homemade enchiladas, you know, just watch, like, videos like that. I follow this one old Italian guy. His YouTube is Osara Recipes. And, dude, this guy's got the thickest, like, Italian accent. He's just like an old Italian grandpa, and he's like, okay, I got a piece of cheese right here, and it's like he pulls out a giant, like, 3-pound block of cheese. Oh my god! Shout out to Rabbi Culture for having that piece of cheese on him. Oh my god! I almost fell there. That was a miracle. Thank you for the congrats, Siyun. Welcome. No, I have not seen worst cooks in America. Sounds funny though. I find with people that are bad at cooking, it's always just like a self-proclaimed type of deal. It's I don't really think anybody's actually just like naturally bad at cooking. Maybe that's a hot take, because I'm sure you guys have seen some people like really struggle in the kitchen, but it's like my opinion is that it's like if it's just like a matter of like, oh, you just don't understand like what to do, like I feel like people shouldn't feel bad about that, you know? Everybody has to learn the hard way not to pour hot oil down the drain, you know? Like, that's just how it is. So you can't really, like... I think people get, like, kind of a complex about that, about, like, having too many experiences where people, like, make fun of them for not, like, having, like, more cooking prowess or, like, knowing, like, proper kitchen, like, etiquette, like, how to wash stuff and put it away nicely or whatever. So they just kind of just write themselves off, like, oh, I can't, you know, I can't cook anything, I suck, you know. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a confidence issue with people. But to be fair, there are some people that just genuinely just, you know, like the Homer Simpson, like, fucking he makes a bowl of cereal and it just catches on fire. Some people do have that energy in the kitchen. Which is kind of fucking hilarious, honestly. Yeah, you can burn a salad, you know? Like... True. Spaghetti noodles and chili by putting... You know, to be fair, the quote-unquote traditional way of doing spaghetti, like Cincinnati spaghetti and chili, is to literally use, like, a can. You're not supposed to make the chili yourself. Like, it's supposed to be as processed of a thing as possible. Which is kind of funny. Oh, come on, I was so close. She cut the slice in bread in half before buttering? What do you mean? You mean like the cross-section? She like pre-cross-sectioned it? Like after you finished making the sandwich, you know, you cut it in half for the cross-section? You're saying she did that like from starting before the sandwich was made? I think that's what you meant by that. Which that's honestly, that's kind of ingenious, to be honest. It's, at that point, you're just making 2 portions, which is kind of just smart, honestly. Oh man, my alarm is going off. R. Kelly is playing in the background. Kitchen, cooking rum. So what? I'm kitchen. I hope you guys heard that. Fuck, I missed that guy. Sloppy. How does Wizard Proxy work? It's because I glide into the wizard's hitbox as he's doing an animation. And what happens is the game thinks I'm stuck inside of the wizard, so the game ejects me out into the flop animation. So that's called, in generally, not just in this game, but in many video games, that's that phenomenon of getting stuck in something and then the game ejecting you out as a sort of fail-safe. That phenomenon is called a proxy. So there's wizard proxies, there's, you know, you can get proxied by, you know, going back in bounds and getting partially stuck in a wall. There's like squeezes in this game, and there's all sorts of other types of proxies in other games, but usually they revolve around getting stuck in something and ejected. Why are we starting to boil pasta while the chicken needs 25 minutes to cook? Well, who can, dude, look. If you're gonna like time the pasta perfectly, you know, whatever, then that's fine. Like you do your thing, but you wanna cook the pasta early and then just heat it up later, that's fine too. My thing here is I think a lot of people who are like not self-proclaimed, like not good at cooking, is like they see like messages like that. They see like, especially with the people that they're with in the kitchen, is they're like, what? You started the pasta 5 minutes too early? Dude, get the fuck out of here. What are you fucking doing? It's like that. It's like really that crazy. That's what it feels like to them, you know? Think about it. Like, relax, bro. You can fucking heat that shit up in the microwave. If it's cold, like, the fuck do you care? The fucking homemade spaghetti is like, fucking like perfectly hot, like right at the right moment. Like, fucking take a chill pill. You know? But I totally get it because, like, as someone who also cooks a lot, it's like you want the person you're cooking for to enjoy your food when it's like hot and fresh. I experience the same thing with Sarah all the time. Where like I'll spend like an hour plus making like some crazy like concoction, some, I don't know, some like chili, some chicken. I'm gonna make like chicken tonight and potatoes. And it feels like almost invariably every time, like when the food's ready, like the person you're cooking for isn't, you know? That's how it always feels, at least for me. But I gotta not let that bother me because it's like, dude, it's like, I'm not trying to like tell her to, like, what are you gonna tell someone to eat a certain way? You have to eat this shit when it's hot and fresh right now, or else that's disrespectful. It's like, fucking relax, man. They can heat it up if they really give that, it's on them. If they don't want to eat it while it's hot, that's on them. That's not yours to like get upset about. But when you put so much time into a meal, it turns into this like disrespect thing in your head. And you gotta let go of that with cooking. Because it just ruins the meal for everybody. To bring your ego into it like that. Yeah, it's not that serious, dude. It's just chicken and rice, you know. Maybe when you're a Michelin star chef, you can start getting pissed about stuff like that, you know, in a restaurant, but at home, like, you need to relax. What's up, Dick Butters? You sent the pig emote during another stream and the streamer thought it was from N64. It looks like it could be an N64 thing. I'll give him that. No, that pig's too iconic. Spyro 2. Someone annoyed me in a pasta related... No, I was emulating, you know, the ego trip that us home cooks get on when things don't, like, you know, when we feel like people aren't respecting like the effort we're going through to cook something. It's like walking on eggshells with certain home cooks. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've all been that. If you're not that person, then you've at least been like in the house with someone who's like that. Who's like, you gotta eat it right now. Like, come on, like, and then it's like, You got it's like almost like you have to eat it the way I want you to. You have to enjoy this meal the way I want you to. Type of beat, you know? And again, for like, you know, if it's a certain type of food or a certain type of cuisine, or you're like a specialty, you know, chef in a certain restaurant and you need to use a certain like utensil or use your hands for something so that way it emulates the culture, okay, that's fine, you know? But if someone wants to use a fork anyways, like fucking relax, you know, let them just enjoy it, you know? It's not, my point is that it's not that serious. Home cooking and food and stuff, it's not that serious. Shouldn't get so, like, upset with people. Food should be something that like brings people together and relaxes us and makes us feel comforted, not something that we have to walk on eggshells around our loved ones about. That's how people get eating like food and eating like disorders and shit, straight up. Because they're in a house where they have to like eat a certain exact type of way, and so they just end up having to like just get their own, like sneaking out and get their own food or whatever. It's like, what are we, rats? Having to like fucking sneak out for pizza off the street? Like, nah, like, you don't have to do that. Not in my house. I mean, if you want to do that, that's cool too. Like fucking up. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not that deep. Oops, I just missed that flame. Restart this? Yeah, dude, Oscar in shambles right now. Should have grabbed the fucking extra chicken early there. That's alright, I'll eat the other tendy after stream. Straw booby. Oh, I gotta grab this. I fucked that up so bad, I have no sparks. Give me that. Charged a little too early there. Miracle I didn't die there. Big old pair of kitchen tongs. Dude, I like learned some, this is like some deep like home cook experience stuff. I'm sorry I've been talking about cooking this whole run, but it's just something. So maybe I'm just hungry. But with kitchen tongs, you know, the tongs that you grab like the meat out of the pan with and stuff. Nice big metal pair of tongs. You know you've been like babying a piece of food for too long. Like flipping something over in the pan, like a little too, giving too much attention to something in the pan, when your fucking hand starts to hurt from squeezing the tongs. You guys know what I'm talking about? The fucking muscle that connects to your thumb and your index finger, it starts to actually get sore from holding the tongs in like a tensioned position, you know? And that happens like really quickly. So once you feel your thumb start getting sore, put the fucking tongs down, man. Put them down. That steak will be fine. Like, just relax. I don't do that. No, that's like the guy thing, right? Like that's like the TikTok meme is like they fucking hand a dude a fucking drill, and what's he gonna do every time? You know, to test it or whatever. That's like also a meme with like tongs where you go like, click click. I don't actually do that ever. Maybe I do and I just don't realize. I don't know. You get that hand from pain from a PlayStation controller. The only pain I experience from my controller is if I've been holding a button for like more than a minute straight. Like, so if there's a section where I have to just hold square for a really long time, which you'd think that would be really common in this speedrun, but actually that, you know, you let go of square a lot to like flame enemies like that one I just missed. So you do hold square a lot, but you get a lot of like, your thumb gets a lot of breaks from holding it. In a game like Crash Team Racing, you have to hold the accelerator for like most of a track. You know, you rarely like let go of it except to do like 1 or 2 turns here or there. So in that game, I feel like hand pain is a lot more of like a struggle than in this game. Just for the amount that you have to, the extended period that you have to hold a button at any one time. Oops. But also another like common thing that luckily I don't deal with in this game, but I know a lot of people struggle with is pressing buttons too hard. Like because you're trying to like play fast and play hard and competitive or whatever, you start pressing buttons really hard and that can cause hand pain as well. It's definitely a fine line between like a confident button press and like an overly like extreme button press, you know, like like a manhandle and that shit. Tension, you know, it's like a fine line between a confident button press and a tense one, you know. Oh god. Or yeah, or just straight up gripping the controller too hard with like on the handles. That's another thing that hurts. You have to have a nice, loose, relaxed grip. You know, I have really big hands, and, you know, I will say the PlayStation 2 controller is, like, definitely not big. Like, it's definitely too small for my hands. Like, you know, like, my pinkies, like, hang off the back. But that's okay, because I just hold the controller super loosely and just let my thumb, like, you know, glide over the damn shit. You know, it's not really a... Like, yeah, it would be nicer if I had slightly smaller, maybe lankier fingers, so that way I wasn't fat fingering stuff as much, but, you know, you know, we all gotta get used to our own bodies. I mean, you're never gonna be, like, perfectly anatomically, you know, engineered for whatever fucking thing you're doing. Only a very few, like, select people are, like, anatomically, like, correct for the thing that they do, like playing piano and having, like, a long, range or whatever. Or gymnastics and having like a small physique for better like aerodynamics and stuff. It's like, I think there's something to be said about like overcoming like anatomical like disadvantages in hobbies like that. You know? And I definitely consider my hand to controller ratio a bit of an anatomical disadvantage. But it's not a big deal, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I actually like that PS5 controllers are like really big. I kind of want to get one and try it out. I do have an adapter that I could play this game with one on my PS2. I should really look into that. I've been like teasing it for a while. It's just I don't want to like get used to the whole new dead zone of the stick and everything. It's just maybe once it's time for me to switch controllers, I'll try one of those out. And then inevitably go back to my beloved DualShock 2. Oops, just missed that jump a bunch of times. What a game. Second, dude, my first run got cucked by one of those. Not in that spot, but in or in High Caves. And now on my second run, I got cucked by one of those. Game just said no. You know? What are you gonna do? Zero lives. Gotta grab the recovery, I think. I'm gonna go for the recovery life before Metalhead. PS5 controllers are comfy in your opinion. Someone who likes the old DualShock but you don't speedrun, so take it. Yeah, no, it's all good. No, you don't gotta be like an expert in speedrunning to give your take on controller ergonomics. Here's like kind of a hot take from me, is that like a lot of people talk about like, oh, I have like hand pain from using a controller, so I'm gonna switch to a fully digital like arcade box style thing. Like that's like a thing in Melee. And while I'm not gonna argue that it definitely helps for some people in certain conditions, especially like people who suffer from carpal tunnel, from like curving, you know, clawing your hand in for a controller. I will say that it just introduces a different type of hand strain when you use fully digital buttons like on a flat plane versus holding a controller. It's not necessarily like always better for your hands to do that. In fact, it could definitely be a lot harder on your hands given the given like, you know, your particular body, you know, what you feel comfortable with. I remember using an arcade stick for Crash Team Racing, and yeah, the tops of your, when you use like a control stick like that, whoops, I didn't grab my controller in time. When you use a arcade stick like that, what happens is the top of your hands get really strained. Like those muscles that connect your fingers, like all up in here, all those muscles back here, those get like really tired. Like, and I never experience any like strain on those when I'm playing with a controller. So, I don't think there really is like a perfect solution when it comes to controller ergonomics, is my point with that. There's only just things that work for some people, work better for some people, and work better for others, and it's kind of one of those things you just gotta know yourself type of vibe, and just try different stuff. Oops. Having to claw. When I said claw earlier, I didn't like mean like claw grip specifically. I meant like just the fact that your hands like are curved inward to grab the handles of the controller. But yeah, the actual claw control grip style, as it, you know, varies from game to game, is also not exactly good for your hands. That all these different like grip styles introduce different, you know, challenges for your hands. Like with claw grip, you start to build like a lot of calluses on the side of your fingers because that's what presses the buttons and slides across them. Which is weird because usually you get used to having like, you know, calluses on the, or not full on calluses, but just like use of the tips of your fingers when you're holding a controller normally. Like that makes sense, right? To have like a, you know, more skin on the top of your fingers, you know, if you press buttons a lot. But then when you have the actual, like, you know, for a fighting game, you're holding the controller in a what's called claw-style grip, and then you're, like, using your index finger sideways on the buttons. Man, talk about, like, weird muscles that you know, I don't think our bodies were ever really designed to use to that degree. But again, I don't use, like, that type of grip to play this game, so I can't really comment on that. Life fuck? Oh yeah, I forgot to grab the life before this level. Thanks for reminding me. I can grab one in Haunted, it's not a big deal. This game's lovely with a PS5 controller. Yeah, I believe Chris, you know, to give a speedrunner's take, I believe Chris liked using a PS5 controller. I don't know if he ever ended up switching off or back from it, but he did use one for a while and gave a mostly pretty positive review of it. It was just mostly that the dead zone of the stick is really different. Like, the dead zone's much larger on the PS2 controller, which sounds like it would be worse, but actually it allows for, like you can only, I feel like you can only be so precise with a joystick, you know what I mean? So having the dead zone, like, be really sensitive, it's like, it's oversensitivity of the movement. You just end up, like, doing things that you don't mean to do. Because, you know, our fat fucking ape fingers, like, you know, the travel time of a joystick, like, it's almost like you don't want it to be, like, too accurate, especially near the dead zone, because then your character's gonna be turning all which way and what, you know? So, I get the feeling that that'll probably be, like, a thing with the PS5 controller in this game, for me. No, that'll probably be my biggest gripe. And besides that, just the feeling of the sensitivity of the buttons. Those are the two things I really think about the most when it comes to the quality of a controller for me, is the quality of the stick, that is, like, how broken in it is, whether it can, like, hit cardinal, like, directions or not, as well as, and you know, sticks, like, the more you use them, like, they get, like, really gummy, because they use potentiometers, I do want to try a Hall effect stick one day, but, you know, I don't have access to that. There was a side note about that. There was a guy that made Hall effect stick mods, but you had to like send him your controller, and he lived in like fucking like the Netherlands or something, and there was like a language barrier, so like I was kind of hesitant to like, you know, Google Translate like that interaction, like. But yeah, there's a guy on Twitter that does that does Hall effect mods for retro controllers. To those who don't know, the Hall effect is like a different like assembly for the joystick. It uses like different types of sensors and shit in order to detect movement of the joystick, instead of the traditional potentiometer, which is normally used. The stick box, rather, is what I'm talking about. Yeah, magnets, bro. I don't know the specifics of all the differences and stuff. It's just an interesting alternative, you know, thing. Well, I don't remember exactly what country he is. I said the Netherlands, but I don't remember exactly what. It might have been like... Because I remember his whole website where you had to check out, it was all in Swedish. And then he had to like email me in order to like... be like, okay, now send me your controller, you know, and I'm like, like, it'd be nice if I could just buy a controller with a Hall effect stick. But like, it wasn't so much about the language barrier as it was just like, okay, I have to send out this controller, spend a lot of money on shipping, and then like, I might not see this controller for several months. I know I'm just being a bitch, it's just like, something kind of rubbed me a little bit like sketchy about it. It's like, just sell the fucking controller if you want to like sell the controller, you know? Why are we doing like an overseas like mod job? It's like not really necessary. Like I'll buy, if you like, I'll pay like $100, you know, for a custom controller like that, like. But this whole thing about send me your controller and I'll fix it and then send it back, and then what if there's an issue with it? I gotta send it back to him, and then it's like, you know, forget about it. I guess that would be true if he made it himself. I guess I'm just being a bitch, honestly. I don't know, I guess in my American consumer mind is like, I just want to pay the money and then just not worry about it anymore. I don't want to have to be doing like the whole back and forth, you know? Yeah, you can use a PS5 on controller on PS2. That's what we were kind of talking about earlier. They make an adapter for it. I forgot to grab the life. I'm a fucking idiot. All of the lives I said I would grab, I forgot to grab. Now I have to nail this wall glide or else I game over. Which isn't a big deal, it's just stupid. Yep. What a run. Man, I'm pretty far behind these splits. I can't believe I'm on 124 pace, I guess, according to these splits. I feel like that's not accurate, though. Like, these average splits, I feel like there's, like, gonna be all the time saved in, like, the end game. I feel like okay. I feel like I'm still on, that was so stupid. I feel like I'm still on 123 pace here. Yeah, what a way to go. I'm just burning lives for credit skip here, don't worry. Yeah, enemies that crush you in this game can do that. If they hit you while you're off an edge, they'll knock you into the void or the water or whatever. That's why I wasn't, like, super surprised by that. But, yeah, sit. Fucking RuneScape. Sit. It is pretty funny when that happens. The run's a bit dead. Bro, I think I can sub 123. I know I might be sounding crazy based on these splits, but I feel like I can 122 this still, maybe. I don't know. Am I cooked? Am I tripping? Like... I feel like these splits are like a gaslight. The The 123 splits. Am I ODing on copia? I'm really not even coping that hard. I will not hesitate to say that this run sucks. All I'm saying is that I can 122 still. No, you should see me, cause you should see what it's like when I OD on copium. Like how you said. That's like when I'm like barely on world record pace, but just keep losing like a few seconds every level, and then I'm like plus 30, and then I'm like, dude, well maybe if I fucking do this strat in this next level and I nail it and I save 2 seconds there, then I add that with a 15-second time save later in the run. That's the fucking OD on copium, the lofty cope. When I'm behind, that's the fucking OD on copium. And then I'm still behind after lofty. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe if I can bring it back and loot. So yeah, believe me, there's levels to the copium here that I have not reached yet. The mushroom said no. Yeah, sometimes these mushrooms block you so stupidly. Luckily they weren't too bad here. I had enough sparks that it didn't matter. Oh, is the middle still? You know what? I think you're right. I think the middle run probably is still comparing to the old record. I think that's what it is. I think you're so right about that. Let me fuck with that. Go left. Yeah, because I was like, dude, how am I so far behind this 123? Like, it just didn't make logical sense to me. I was like, I guess I'm gonna save a bunch of time later or something. It's funny. Anya, thank you for the YouTube membership. Welcome to Spyro Gaming Legend. Appreciate the vibes today. Appreciate the comfy, chill vibes from you. For the cope. Exactly. Thank you, Kiltomaki. I just saw your message. Everyone vibing out with this run. I do appreciate you. That's right, I game over. Had to remind myself. Okay. So go to splits. Go down. Compare to average. Okay, that should be good. I think I fixed it. I can't see my splits right now, but I think I fixed it. Now I should be green, right? Or at least like almost green. See some spinners in the chat. Hell yeah. Way closer. Am I still behind? SMH. I literally can't see my splits now, so I don't know. I'm like 30 seconds behind, yeah. I can, hold on, I can bring this back. I feel like I can sub 123 this if I play well. I need a good lofty though, I think. Holding the wrong direction there, dummy. Lock in. Congrats on the new record. I wish you could have been there. Thank you, Bramble. Really? Turkey. Classic turkey. No! Fuck, man. God, I suck. I'm like trying so hard right now to not die and I still die. I tried too hard there, honestly. Gave myself a hemorrhoid with that one. Just press X, man, you know? Luckily I got lives to burn here. Oh, there we go, got bounced up by the fucking mushroom. That's always epic. Come on. How did that first flame miss, man? Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, my runs have been not great today. I gotta just keep it 100% real with you guys. I'm playing worse than yesterday. Hopefully I don't get, like, totally trolled here, we'll see. No, I totally got trolled there, I missed the red. How do you fuck up that bad? Grab that shit, man. Nah, I'm just fucking up everywhere, man. I'm starting to kind of lose my cool here, my no reset cool here a little. I'm like genuinely trying not to play bad and I just can't stop. Alright, let's just get this supercharged and move on with our days. Surely this will go perfectly. No, I feel like I should have committed to the initial angle of that bump. Should have trusted it. You gotta just trust that charge, you know? Where is he? It should be all the turkeys. Really just looking and making sure here. Because I do not trust it. You cannot trust those turkeys. If you don't collect them all at once, there's always one that's like hiding. Every time. But I think we're good there. Watch me be missing a gem at the end of this level, even though I clearly like visually confirmed that there were no more turkeys. Watch. There's always one like hiding behind the fucking pillar or something. Okay, we're good. No turkey madness this time. There's no RNG with the bump. It's not an RNG thing, but it's also not entirely skill-based. It's closer to being entirely skill-based than it is to being random. It's not technically random, it's just you need to get... It's so precise that a human needs to get lucky. That's like the right way to say it. Katie, thank you for the YouTube membership. Appreciate that. Hopefully we hear the horns here in a moment. Yeah, yay members. Woo. Love you, Katie and Anya. Appreciate the good vibes today. What's up, Zarin? Hope I'm having fun. I'm having as much fun as you can on a subpar grind. I'm chilling, you know, I'm just playing. Make it happen. There's the horns. So yeah, I'm chilling. Today's just chilling, you know? Today's not like, okay, hardcore Mr. World Record. Today's like, let's just play and just chat and just talk. Comfy vibes. Upstairs neighbors about to face your... What, are you gonna do the lofty bump in your apartment and crash through the fucking roof? Is that what's happening here? Now that you know the secrets. Steakhouse? What do you mean steakhouse? Sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Zarand. I really am priming my brain for future runs by having, like, you know, chill, no resets. I like that way of looking at it. Grab it. Oh my. Come on. You wish you could. Performing Nestor skip at the family gathering to stop talking to everyone. Just make your grandma just disappear forever. Skip her whole ass dialogue and existence. I always notice the pause right before smashing the dragon chest. Right before smashing the dragon chest. What's a dragon chest? Are you talking about at the very end of the level I pause? There's no other, like, pauses. The reason I pause at the end of the level is to exit the level. In this particular run, I had to pause twice at the end of Jock because I paused too early. I did not collect the gem, so I had to unpause and repause while Spyro collected it. What's the dragon chest? You talking about the spring chests? Hopefully I understood what you were saying correctly. There's only one other point in the run where there's only one actual point in this run where I pause to check something. I guess there's technically a couple points where I could, but there's one that I usually do, which is in treetops. I actually did not do that on this run because I had a death there, but in treetops I check. But anytime you see me pause and I don't exit the level, it's usually gem count related, basically. It's like, oh, I didn't get all the gems. That's like the TLDR. Or I'm like checking the count. But it's not something I do a lot at all. Like I said, it only happens like once or twice in the whole run, and it's like the pause is literally like that fast, if not faster, you know? It's like, it's hardly a time loss. So yeah, don't overthink the pausing. It's not a big deal. Oh, you're talking about at the life. The reason I pause at the life, that's the other reason I'll pause unnecessarily, I guess, is to check my life count. So sometimes I do that in Twilight as well, just to make sure I have enough lives to make the death abuse. In this run I game overed, so I was like unsure what my life count was there in Jock. I probably should have just trusted that it was above, you know, 1. So yeah, that pause that you were talking about, the fucking life chest, that was to check my life count. I mean, again, like you could probably just like infer that, right? Like I paused before a life chest to do what, you know? I paused before the last gem in the level to do what, you know? It's like, I don't mean to like belabor it, it's just I think we're kind of overcomplicating it here. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Hopefully you understand though. But yeah, it's not too deep. Just checking stuff. You know, this run, let's remember, this run, you have to collect everything in this run. If I exit a level early or I miss like a life that I need, like that's kind of important. You know, like with like death abuse routing and whatnot. So yeah, that's why sometimes I'll do pauses that aren't like always like, oh my god, you could have saved time by not pausing there. It's like, relax, you know, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Think about the other side of that. If I could keep overthinking the pause thing for a moment, think about the other side of that, which most runners have to deal with, is fucking you don't pause, and then what happens? You game over when you're not realizing it. You fucking exit a level without like barely a frame away from collecting the last gem because you were trying to optimize your pause exit. You know, like just it takes so little time to like just check, visually confirm like a gem count before you leave if you're unsure about it. You know. You gotta do it, you know. You can't. Don't be a hero and fucking get every 1 frame pause, you know. Believe me, if I had $1, someone asked me if I had $1 for every run I completed in this game, I might have as much money as for every run I've fucking exited a level like a frame away from collecting a gem and then had to go back in for that gem. So, which side of that equation would you rather be on? That's the real question. Let me get the green, there we go. One more turnaround than I wanted, but it's fine. It only looked fucking terrible. What's up, Ace? How you doing? Okay, so like I'll pause here just to make sure. Since my lives were all wonky this run, it's nice to make sure. On good runs, I know what my life count is without having to pause like that. But on bad runs where I've had a lot of accidental deaths and game overs and stuff, I have to. I do more checking. Guys, am I doing a good job over-explaining the pause situation? I'm doing good, right? I would keep explaining it more if I could. I really would. Unfortunately, this game is just too fucking simple for me to just go on an endless tangent about things like that. But I still find a way. What's up, Sidota? Why do I pause? That's a good question. I don't know. It's just because the game's going too fast, honestly. I just need to slow it down. You guys know that's a real thing in speedrunning, right? Like pause buffering? You guys have heard that term. Not in this game, but in some... I mean, you can do it in this game. But, for a lot of games, tricks are like so precise and glitches and stuff that you have to like advance each frame by pausing, you know? Pausing and unpausing and quickly pausing again to like just only let 1 frame or a couple frames go by so you can like time a trick. That's like what Ocarina of Time is all about. It's like fucking like 99% of the tricks in that game, there's like some pause buffering related setup. And what sets like the mid-level players apart from like the high-level ones is like how much they have to pause buffer, how risky they play it with or without pause buffering. It's kind of an interesting meta, you know, in certain games. And so it's kind of a unique situation that this game doesn't really like capitalize on pause buffering. There are niche examples of pause buffering being helpful for certain precise things. Like, you guys know that version of Coveless where you fly around the back of the dragon head? People like Laura will pause buffer that to make it more consistent. Just to buffer like left and right inputs out of the, you know, between pauses. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's crazy, because I thought I was definitely close enough there. Oop. This should work. I got scared I was too close there. Oop. Oh my god, new world record! I'm just kidding. Oh my god! People like Laura? Ouch. What do you mean, ouch? How is that? Dude, how can that be construed like an insult? Laura is a person that does that. That's not even an insult. How is that an insult? Bro's trying to turn like something into nothing. Nothing into something right now. Yeah, Laura is a person, and she does pause buffer that Coveless method. That's the- how is that- oh my god. People like Laura. What do you mean you people? Talking about bitches! Like you. So accustomed to speedrunning this game that I fuck more when I try to play stuff. I can't say I've fucked that much playing this game at the same time. Chief's like, chill bro, it's a joke. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm getting canceled over here because I called Laura a person. SMH. When am I gonna learn? I gotta be more sensitive. How dare you assume my humanity? I think that is a thing though. Some people go by, like, use, like, the it pronoun. It's not common, but there are some people, like, on Twitter that do that. So I guess maybe those people have, I don't know, I can't say for sure, but maybe there's, like, an element of revoking one's humanity with that. I don't know. I can't say I know. Maybe it is assuming to call someone a person. It is what it is, truly. I can't think of a better time to say such a thing. Oop. I didn't even beat my... Dude, how do I have that much time to save in Nasty's loot? Like, literally my loots have been so bad lately. That, like, my average splits are just like, okay, you can save like a minute there. So crazy. Oh, you do use it pronouns. Yeah, you use it to revoke your gender. Yeah, but it's not like about revoking It is a way, you say, to revoke humanity. Yeah, it's like however people want to use it. That's like the nature of pronouns, right? It's like however you want to, like, define, like, your usage of a pronoun is fine, you know? It's like, you know, it's not like every pronoun has, or like, you know, identification, like, has to be like, okay, if you say she, her, then that means that you have to dress a certain way or whatever. Like, obviously that's not how that works. So that same concept applies to, like, using, like, an it pronoun. It's like, it may mean that you don't look at yourself as a human, but, like, it may not. I hear what you're saying. No, when I think about pronouns and stuff like that, it makes me really... By the way, I'm totally, in case it isn't clear, I'm, like, totally welcoming to anybody's, like, pronoun usage or, you know, gender, whatever, alignment. Like, or lack thereof. Sexuality. Totally, everyone's welcome here, so I don't hold any grudges. I'm one of the good guys, don't worry. But with that said, it really makes me feel lucky that I don't feel the, like, for me personally, I don't feel the need to, like, use, like, a, what's the word when you use a pronoun that doesn't look like what you look like to people? There's, like, a word for that. But anyways. Oh, like with the cisgender, whatever it is. I feel lucky because I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to, like, correct people. I don't have to, like, yeah, I'm just some fucking dude, you know? Like, that's it. Non-conforming, yeah, whatever. So yeah, thinking about it, like, it reminds you that it's like, man, there are so many people who, like, really see themselves, like, a different way than other people see them, you know. And yeah, that's got to make life challenging, no doubt about it. But yeah, like I said, I'm here to welcome everybody, so I'm not here to make your life challenging. I'm just here to enjoy some Spyro with you. That's about all. Yeah, 'tis a privilege to have life on easy mode like me. Anyways, yeah, run number 2 down for the day. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. Yeah, that's what sis means. Yep, yeah. Anyways, yeah, should I do another run? I don't even know. It's 5:41. I've been going for almost 4 hours here. I feel like this is my honest feeling. Is if I do another run, it's not gonna be any better. Like, if I want to just chill and do, I feel like I already have been chilling and doing runs so much today. It's like, do I really need to chill and do another? Usually at this point, I would keep going if I felt like, oh yeah, like I can get a good run. Like, let me do it. I just don't feel that right now, so I kind of feel tempted to just call it for today. What do you guys think about that? You guys think I'm valid? I know you guys want to see more no resets, I know, but I feel like my thought process is like, yeah, this is like a good place to end, right? Like, I don't need to like force it today, especially considering that I'm pretty much committing to like a daily grind again. Like, I need to take things slow. It's only day 2 of my, you know, post world record grind. I need to take it slow, you know. I don't need to like fucking go crazy right now, especially considering how I'm playing right now. It's like, let's see how good runs are tomorrow, and then we might do a more hardcore grind. But thank you for the 5 gifts, Beard. And on that note, I think I'm gonna find someone to raid. I love these comments. No, do another run. Cute chat. You guys are always so supportive, except when it comes to me going offline. then all hell breaks loose. Then it's an argument. Wait a minute, you're going offline? Yeah, no, I think I did a good grind today though. So let's see who's online right now. I'm also kind of hungry as well, so I kind of want to just get started on dinner. So yeah, very chill, lax day today. I'll raid Vonnie. Make sure he's not going offline or anything. Oh, he's in Lofty, nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pay me to stay. When am I back? I'm usually live around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most days. That's probably when I'll be live tomorrow, is by that time. I was on a little late today. Some days I get on a little earlier. If you ever want to know when I'm not live, don't trust the YouTube or Twitch notifications. Go into my Discord, which is linked in the description or on my Twitch bio. Go into my Discord and join that. Go to the Get Rolls channel and react to the notification squad. Then what'll happen is every time I go live, you'll get a ping on Discord. That's the best way to get stream notifications for me. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will catch you when I catch you. Peace out, and see you all tomorrow. Mwah.